Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Ace Attorney Investigations. Today, we will be playing the second game. Turnabout Trigger, huh? Here he comes, the presidential plane descends from the western skies, bringing a message of peace. It's making its final approach and lands right on the Gourd Lake. Gourd Lake. Just listen to that crowd. Welcome, Zhengfa. Welcome, Mr. President. Oh, Zhengfa. Now, sir, your audience awaits. Honored friends and allies, I am really the message. The odious criminals that dog my beloved nature are no more. Thanks to the prosecutor's office of your great country. No. You have our most heartfelt gratitude. Our friends, do not forget. The battle against evil rages on. Here today, I make you this solemn promise. You shall crush the wicked with a righteous hammer of justice. Oh, he lived. Call the prosecutor's office. Get Miles Edgeworth here right away. If anyone can solve this, he can. Yeah, there he goes. They really said, hey, yo, call that guy who saved our nation. So this is like probably right after. March 25th. Okay. Gourd Lake. Spectators Arena area. This must be halfway around the world already. Well, it's not every day an attempt is made on the life of a nation's president. Huh. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor. Came as soon as I got the call. When the phone rang, I knew it was serious. Mr. Edgeworth! Thank goodness you're here, sir. This is Dick Gumshoe, detective with the local president. He's one of the usually assigned to my cases. I was the president, detective. So don't know, Mr. Edgeworth. I think just boarded the plane a few minutes ago. I see. Hope he's alright. Suppose you'd better come to the scene of the crime instead. Right away, sir. Hey, hey, you, Ruffles. Who's that? You're the prosecutor in charge of this, ain't you? Wanna give me your first impressions? Anything struck you as odd? No comment. Detective Gumshoe, with me. Come on now, Mr. Prosecutor. Don't be like that. Mr. Edgeworth, wait. Who is that? Now, detective, I need the facts of the case, as much detail as you can give me. Well, the scene was right here at Gourd Lake, as you can already know. A bunch of people were gathered to welcome the president of Zhengfa. Dujin Oh, the Jin? Like the Jin, like genie. The Jin Wan. Yes. Heard about his visit. Been all over the news for days now. It was raining until just before he landed. Luckily, he light up and went on stage his plan. Then, expected in the middle of a speech, bang! The police officers recovered for their lives. Apparently. Truth is, I only just showed up myself. I don't know a lot more than you do, sir. You were some of them short notes as well. Sure was. In the middle of my day off. I was adult in the office, taking advantage of peace and quiet for a minute's case. Then boss himself calls you to the scene. Never a dull moment, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? A pause. Yeah, chief prosecutor was right here in the park. Saw the whole thing. First chance he got, he yelled at the top of his lungs. Get me Edgeworth right away. Slim in for the job. Something like that. I see. Well, they condoned the quarter of the perimeter of the park off as soon as it happened. You'll get to know. So the would-be assassin is still here somewhere. Good. Hey, I wonder if it's the guy in the purple. All I gotta do is find them in the middle of that crowd. Before they strike again. You're right. What else should I culprit might be planning? These people are in danger. We don't have a moment to lose. Let's begin with the basics. Insert every inch of the crime scene for clues, no matter how insignificant they may seem. Precisely. The president was shot at, which means a gun was involved. That's our first clue. Alright. Duly noted. What's up, Gumshoe? How exactly was the security detail surrounding the president's speech organized? Well, sir, our officers were mainly focused on securing the perimeter of the park. The president's people took charge of the rest. He has his own team of bodyguards. These guys over there? Maybe you should ask them a few questions. If I want to talk with them, I'll need to walk over and press a hand. Look at me, breaking the third wall. Okay. Ooh, I'm starting to get dripped on this controller. Can I help you? You're one of the president's bodyguards, correct? Can you tell me how a security detail was arranged during the speech? 2 of our senior officers were attached to the president, the rest secured to the stage. This isn't our first rodeo. Any suspicious in that crowd, and we would have spotted it right away. I see. The president's security was tightly orchestrated for the duration of speech. Let's investigate further. We should speak with other witnesses and continue to look over the crime scene. Can't afford to leave anything unturned. So that's how you go about it, huh? Sure, something's in the present work. Here's a little about what happens to the information once you get a hold of it. Bystanders. This one seems persistent. I can't afford to get distracted. Hey, Ruffles, I asked you a question, dang it. What happens next? Well, we put all the information together and try to find connections. Right, sir? Detective. Let me see my own poor guy. So, connections, you say? And what next? Well, I guess you say we connect the dots. And we say information to another. Mr. Edgeworth's forte. He's a logic master. View information I have with LB and then connect them with Y. Try it now. Just quick press up. Okay. They're asking me to connect these 2 dots. Despite the president's tight security, the perpetrators still managed to carry out their attack. Only detected by a contingent of highly trained bodyguards, no less. No mean feat. This would have taken some serious planning. In other words, the assassination was almost certainly premeditated. That's stuff, Mr. Edgeworth. No well never fails, huh? Indeed. All we need to do is find the right clues and then make the right connections between them. The wrong connections, however, will only end up further from the truth. It means I must make well-reasoned connections if I intend to draw logical conclusions. Alright, here we go. Let's get this investigation started. When I examine everything looks suspicious. But it's just like the detective should use Y. It seems my dead zones are fucked. Interesting. Might have to get a new controller soon. I've had this for years though, but still. Well, it's not that big of a problem. No. Surprised as you, sir. There's no mistaking it. The Steel Samurai. Steel Samurai, we're up in old Tokyo. Popular TV show. Old, young, doesn't matter. It truly is something for everyone. He's me why they had a Steel Samurai balloon in his welcome party for the foreign president. It's a little odd. Although now that I think about it, better hero to us within our nation. I must scour the scene and took something that gets my attention. The flag is info. Their key motive is a blazing red phoenix. Hey, what's this? Something the matter, sir? You don't see, detective. There's something unusual about this flag. There's a bullet hole through it. Very well thing on this part of the stage, if you will. That's a beauty right there. Just look at it flapping in the wind. It's immaculate. Exactly. Just how a flag should look. And yet here we see quite a different picture. Nothing particularly stands out, don't you think? But right, of course. Is it, yeah, I give up. You can lead a horse to water. Had to move the punk spot difference. Why?
Take that!
Look closely. Do you see the hole? Oh, look at that. You're right, sir. Note the burn marks around the edges. It's a bullet hole. Oh, burn hole. Oh, no, because it's fabric, yeah. Oh, you're saying who wants me to flag? Flag is in font. Team is going to be Phoenix. It's this and Messer. Price is my drifts in the there, detective. Extra from the burn matters. Example. Yeah, closely the hole. The same thing but different. Breaks your heart, doesn't it? It does. What feeling could have befallen him? When it said he popped right after when the gun went off. When Chung suggested that a bullet struck the balloon. It's a case of cool, but it's semi murder on my hands. This sacrilege. Oh, the culprit has been apprehended. Detective, we can't let this vile assassin escape. He won't, sir. You can count on that. I think I've gathered enough information for the moment. Put the pieces together and see what we can figure out. There's a bullet hole in the flag, and it seems highly likely the balloon was popped by the bullet too. Which means 2 shots were fired, right, sir? Possibly even 3. There's no shot as well, remember. Equally, the hole in the flag and the hole in the balloon could have been made by the same bullet. We need to know is how many gunshots were. Huh, just like that. Hey, Munchlax, how you doing today? Alright. On with the Ruffles! Ruffles! I'll figure something out, huh? Care to share? Exactly to share. Why she keeps shouting at us? Rubbernecker, I guess. She's pretty interested in the case. Come on, give me something here. We do need to speak with someone just to find out how many gunshots there were. Fine. Let's see if she can tell us anything. Who are you? Tabloid, at your service. Tabloid. Okay, you're a tabloid article user. I'm looking into the case for, well, just for me right now, but... Looking into the case... Miss Lloyd, was it? Miss Lloyd, there's something I'd like to ask you. Oh, what can you tell me? Exclusive deals you want to share? How about the perp? The many demons? What about them ruffles? How does it feel like buy a camera like that?
Hold it!
Maybe that's in the quiet moment. I'll be asking the questions here. Dang, you know, I thought I could get me something juicy for my piece. I need to know about the shooting. Can you tell me how many gunshots you heard? Why, I most certainly heard... Cannot. I beg your pardon. Can't just be handing out leads for free. This is my livelihood. Oh, come on. Don't hold out on us. We all gotta share sometimes. Me? Hold on to you. Well, if you're all gonna be like that, I'll be moving right along. Good. Bye. I think it's my favorite gameplay style of all attorneys besides Dice Locks. Ooh. Wait. What exactly, huh? Huh? Get nothing from me, I'm gone. Fresh out of moves here. Out of moves, I wouldn't be so sure. What do you mean, Edgeworth? You know, detective, I play low chess. What does one do in chess when an opponent adopts a defensive stance? Why, the board offers any number of options, but some are more effective than others. Sorry, sir, but it's still going over my head. No matter how impenetrable opponent's defense may seem, it can always be overcome. Watch and learn, detective. I shatter my opponent's resolve with the power of my words. When attempting to draw an entrenched opponent, one must employ certain tactics. Let us picture the board and see if we can anticipate our adversary's next move. Now we must analyze the state of play. You won't get nothing out of me. Why don't you give me something in return? My opponent has dug herself in deep. Her defense is easily broken. It's logic chess time. But I can't afford to try her patience by taking too long to plot my next move. In other words, I must be conscious of not just my strategy, but the passing of time. That said, I can't afford to waste words either. In fact, it can pay dividends not to. My opponent gets too agitated. You're fixing to ask me something. When you dang ask it already? Maybe I would gain a tactical advantage by calmly biding my time. When I see I crack my opponent's armor, I pounce. I should begin by finding out what it is that she does. Alright. Time for opening Gambit. Mind chance commence. Why don't you begin by telling me what is it that you do? Sure, I could totally not do that. I think I don't know what to keep my mouth shut. That's my job. Is it now? So you do something you won't or can't tell anybody about? Shut up. I ain't no lawbreaker that you're insinuating. I'm a law-abiding everyday citizen, and you got no reason to say otherwise. Forgive me, I meant nothing by it. If it's something you can't tell me about, I imagine it must be very important work indeed. Huh? Well, sure, Yes. Call it Logitech, that's what's called in Japan. Interesting. This way is... Hey, welcome to back my first big scoop. Huh. I see. The scoop you're after. So you're a journalist. Is that correct? Dang. Sure, I'm your friendly neighborhood reporter. Hunger's carved in the cub of the beat. It's a mystery of what she does for a living, solved. Perhaps our hungry young cub has gathered information vital to the case. Let's make that our next line of inquiry. The opening was concluded. The mind game approaches. What else does she have to tell us? Time of the incident, were you present at the scene of the crime? Come on now, Ruffles. You're gonna get a little old Tabby something first? Absolutely not. I'm not giving nothing either. You think I'm a sucker? Think you can. Come on, this is my career we're talking about here. You gotta give me something. Sadly, the more you know, the more you might find yourself in danger. I ain't scared. I'm a pro. It's more than the sound of a little gunfire to face me. Maybe a pro, as you put it, but I'd say you're still a little wet behind the ears. You say you heard gunfire, which proves that you were here at the time of the crime. Therefore, you must have seen something. The double thing. Fine, I was here. I saw it. Came to report on the big speech. Wound up reporting on shooting. You won't get no more out of me than that. I'm done with your shit, Ruffles. She came to report on the evidence. She must have a record of some kind. I could very much like to get my hands on. This is quite the clue as worth it. Where is she next? You're a reporter, which means you must have been making a record of some kind. No more questions? You gotta give me more something first. And that's the deal. I'm not in the habit of making deals. Tell me what I need to know. Sorry, Ruffles, can't help you. And that's all my clue. Your clue? Ah. I see. I'm not making a deal. Okay. No cyber-seeking reporter would leave the house without means of next things on record. So tell me yours, Lloyd. Where is yours? Of course I made a record. I told you I'm a pro. Dang near wore my shoes out running around on this one. Which is why I'm not about to hand it over. I'm the first person who asked me. So you gained special piece of information by asking about the murderer first of all. Interesting. I'm not just anyone, young lady. I just figured that was the right thing to do. I'm not just anyone, young lady. I am the prosecutor in charge of this case. Why are you telling me? You ain't getting it, no matter how many times you ask. You understand, don't you, Ruffles? Ain't nothing personal. You understand your job's a difficult one. You do? I ain't that sweet. In such a competitive field, you must sometimes doubt you'll ever succeed. No, I'm complaining for, I'm sure of it. Yeah, as long as I got my trusty tape recorder, I'll always ready to nab me a scoop. I have you now. Your last statement leaves you wide open. I thought I was going to trick her into that. Okay, so I fucked up there. Why would you pick that? I thought you were reverse psychologying her. I'm sorry. I thought it would work. I thought he was tricking her. That's my bad. Intriguing. Young reporter hungry for success. So dedicated to her craft that such an important event reporter would be unthinkable. And indeed, she did not. She committed the entire event to tape. Ah, dang it. It's my screen messing with my big break. Fine, sure. Recorded the whole damn thing. It's all right here. You got me okay? Checkmate. Huh. That counts for the achievement. I thought I had to not mess up. Yeah. There's something else, Ruffles. Shouldn't be all strong and silent. Shouldn't be singing like a canary. Never mind that. That plays the tape. She finally tells me shots were fired. Fine. You can hear it, but I got conditions. You played me like a fiddle. Think you just needed to not fail? That's fair. But yeah, I assumed that he was trying to like reverse psychology, like, oh, I'm not after the tape. Like, what? No, here, look at this. But no, it's just me overthinking as usual. Put me like a fiddle, Ruffles. Only the chief are feeling so good. So you gotta agree to be a chief number 2. And to be a mentor of a rising star, aka me. Chief number 2, huh? Kind of like a second pair. It's a big responsibility, sir. And one more thing. I'm exclusive reporting on the rights for the first 24 hours. Come on, you gotta say yes. What kind of mentor wouldn't give his star people the exclusive, huh? She's a difficult woman to refuse. And you hear that recording. 24 hours is more than I can promise. The story is yours until the case is solved. And the job at team number 2? I think not. Gah. You're no fun. I guess a girl can't have everything. Not for the sake of the scoop, huh? Alright, get yourself a deal. Got exclusive answers starting with the second, Ruffles. Good. And the first several words, since listen to the tape. Kashak. On her friends and allies, they deliver a message. The these criminals that dogged my beloved nation are no more. That's from the fake money type thing. President's speech. President passionately addresses the assembled crowd, as they're trying to shake off the reports of his declining popular Fisher's wheel. That dialogue was definitely changed because that is not what I remember from the Japan version. Interesting. I figure this is like pretty much kind of close to what happens from the first game. It's me. Can't be a little live commentary to set the scene. Meeting is scheduled for just after the speech, correct? He seems pretty pleased to be able to put the whole Yatagarasu station behind him. Well, as we should be. This is a great day for all of us. Whose voices are these? Oh, there's these 2 old guys sitting right next to in front of me. They're whispering away to each other the whole darn time. I know their voices from somewhere. Wait, the part where the gun goes up is right after this. President throws his fist into the air as the excitement reaches fever pitch. This battle against evil rages on. Here today, I make you this solemn promise. We shall crush the wicked with the righteous hammer of justice. 2 bullets were fired. What the? Ah. So, 2 shots were fired. Yep. And that tells us something? Something very important indeed. I was supposed to deduce the very trajectory of one of the rebel bullets. Of the two shots fired, one hit the president, which means the other must have passed through both the flag and the balloon in that order. Which means we'll have to see. We'll have to deduce the position of our shooter. Only place from which a bullet could have fired through the flag and into the balloon is. I mean, so both these objects were hit. So they are around here.
Take that.
Here, yeah. Huh? Okay, so I'm wrong. How? But if you like in a line, they have to be on the left side. Ah, because I see, because he's going into the plane. So both of these will be okay. So I'll play maybe like right here?
Take that.
I guess that would have a better angle for it. Drawing a line between the flag and the balloon. This is the trajectory of our bullets. Places our shooter in the left hand side of the spectator. You know, in saying that, it's probably kind of obvious he was on the left side because there's somebody very clearly different in the spectator area. To come true. Let me examine the left side of the spectator area. After that, sir. So you mean clear those people out of the way, I guess? I do. What arrangements we found may be already deteriorating. So I need you to be quick about it. Yes, sir. Chief! Hey, don't need Chief. Suppose you mean me, Miss Lloyd. Surely do. But let me have out. That's my forte. I'm the best crowd predator you ever see. I'll prod, pummel, and push wherever you like. Very kind offer. I think less hands-on approach can be preferable. Also, about this chief business. I'm nobody's chief. Whatever you say, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. This is my command. Somehow doubt that. Can I see down there, please? Okay, so here you go, sir. It's all ready for you. Just wanted to reflect everybody else, just like that. Should have seen it. Oh, you ain't seen nothing. The chief, my other chief, that is, she sends them running twice as quick. Because that's quite a middle character. So should go easier on the poor girl. Thank you. Really shouldn't have. While they're running around, your clothes are covered in mud. I'm gonna pay for the cleaning. It's the least I can do. Huh? Give me my jacket. Don't you worry about your pretty little head about it. It's reversible. All I gotta do is switch it around. And now, because wouldn't that put the dirt on your insides? On the outside, perhaps, but you'd still have something problem with the inside. I'll pick up an investigation whenever you are, sir. Try to trample the entire area. We'll be lucky to find any traces of skirt at all. Where is that purple fuck? I saw him earlier. Why are you here? Oh, this is quite the situation, wouldn't you say? Mr. Edgeworth? Who's that again? It's Payne, Edgeworth. Winston Payne? Worked together at the prosecutor's office. It's a prosecutor? Who's usually Mr. Payne? But indeed, why only the invitation of the chief prosecutor himself? His voice. Maybe that's from the tape recording. Why does the old man care about the president of a different country? I don't know. Was he one of the men who was in front of Miss Lloyd? Where's the chief prosecutor? I can't believe him, I'm afraid. He's a very nice man. They let him, and only him, cut through the cordon. So he has me summoned on short notice and then left before I even showed up. Rude. Hi, Winston. You say you attended today's ceremony in order to get material for an article of some kind. You bet I did. Same kind of thing that happens every day. When did the ceremony begin? Prior to the rain stopped, we got lucky. It was raining all morning before that. Anyhow, the president's plane touched down right on 1:45. Speech started at 2 in the nose. About the shooting. Must have been about 20 after? So 20 minutes after the ceremony began. Yeah, shots rang out. Cheering through the air, the only moments recorded, I didn't like a cheer. In tragedy, the president dropped to the floor, caught by an unknown assassin's bullet. It's 2:25 on March 25th. I've been reporting to you live from the scene here at Gordon Lake. What was that all about? Sorry, just making some voice notes. Gotta get those ideas done and thinking to come into the old noggin, you know? Hey, every day you get to report on the assassination of a president after all. It's dramatic, it's emotional. Everything I need to write an article that puts readers right from the scene. Did that president really drop to the floor? Over some of the scenes that his bodyguards escorted the president's own plane. Hey, y'all can't blame me if you're gonna look carried away now, can you? If you're taking any testimony, she gives him a good size pinch of salt. Okay, so she exaggerates. Stop it, call me a reporter and all. Kinda weird when somebody else says it. Still, tabloid, reporter at large. Does have kind of ring to it, don't you think? Tabloid, reporter at large. But you are a reporter, correct? Sure am. Reporter in training. But have you had any articles published? It doesn't look any way work, huh? Well, it may be tricky. And yet, you call yourself a reporter nonetheless. I assume we'll be one-eyed. Sure, here's a big old scoop. Let's pick about it. I got the whole thing on tape. Didn't miss a second. And it's all thanks to my trusty mic and even trustier tea machine. I really don't care about your stupid reporter business. That's fair. But I'm saying this now, I already like her more than Lotta Hart. Just as some journalists, I'm about to set the journalistic world on fire, my mentor did for me. You're the Chief Ruffles, my mentor, my inspiration. No, you mentioned her repeatedly. Did I? Can't really say I remember. Can't reporter gets a thing like that. Oh, it's just like the Chief always says. You gotta treat information as irresponsibly as you can. What? 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 What kind of mentor says that? You should have heard her the day she gave me this here tape machine. You be sure and bag yourself the juiciest, sleaziest scoops you can now, you hear? Don't tell me that your mentor is Lotta Hart. Wonderful. So you're the kind of reporter who sees fire under even the faintest trace of smoke. No, I'm the kind of reporter who puffs on the fire until the smoke chokes you. That's any better. Free. Alright. You're one of the news channels. Yep. Can I help you? I'm myself ready to live in. I'm fine to take a look. Wish I could help you, but it might be a little tricky. And why is that, Hoppo? Got a problem with doing your civic duty or something? No, it's just that my camera was knocked over on the panic. Now I can't get it to work. The footage should have been helped immensely. Gah, just our luck. Look like you need a little help, Miss Edgeworth. Oh, that voice. Okay. Honestly, I'll be one for 2 seconds. Don't worry, your hero's here to save the day. That's right, the one and only K. Farda. Hero? Only you'd give yourself a title like that. So you're not a great thief anymore? Not right now. It's not like I quit. I'm just unsabbatical. Taking time for something intensive training. Being the second aggressive doesn't come easy. It happened on a few occasions about 2 weeks ago when I was working. Okay, so it's a 2-week period of the first game to the second. Interesting. The other grassroot, mysterious thief who knew appear and disappear at will, who could only steal the truth. Maybe we shouldn't send this one to the prosecutor. You're right, but we all know that Edgeworth will take a blind eye to the situation. She calls herself the second Grasu, sister of the so-called Grace Thief. On the luck I can't open her trap, I can't escape. When it comes to stealing, well, I'm still in training. But I get this soon enough. She wants to be a thief so bad, but doesn't know how to steal. What are you doing here, Kay? What do you think I'm doing? I've been enjoying the festivities, of course. Plus, you did mention being fond of such things. Afterwards, I was thinking of dropping by your office to see you guys. Now I don't have to. Good to see you, kiddo. Try to sleep as over. Hey, Gummy, how you been? Looking pretty full of beans yourself. It's been 2 weeks, guys. It's okay. Really here to save the day. Yep. Preparing your jaw to hit the floor. Your best pal in the whole world here only when it ends. Took pictures of the whole shebang. Did you know? You better show them to me. Oh, your jaw didn't even drop an inch. What's a girl to impress you, huh? I know, right? This prosecutor here just a damaged toothache. Oh, dang toothache. You let me call him Chief. Oh, but don't forget my manners. Tabby Lloyd, ace reporter at your service. Nice to meet you, Tabby. You're right, he's no fun at all. Just one time you two can chat later. Hey, can I see those pictures? Oh, fine. Here. Why are you in a... Oh, he's dead. He's dead. They shot him in the head. He's dead. He's dead. So we got someone in that neck brace. It's total chaos. People running everywhere. Lieutenant and his 2 bodyguards. What's that? Thank you indeed, Kay. I think you provided us with a vital clue. Oh, wait! You just look like a pair of dang old Christmas light trees. Is it horrible defending him? Yeah. Not only did you fail to see the guy when he shot him, you're using suitcases. Mr. Edgeworth, can I tell the readers what you spotted? Contradiction. Yeah, we're like barely hiding him. Contradiction. Oh, what now? I don't see nothing strange. I'm gonna show you. This picture shows them an incident, but another piece of it shows something different. Okay, how to check contradiction. So my power of deduction. First, to find the pitch in the photograph. Yes, this is it. It's the best one to make a deduction. Alright. Now the present thing about the contradiction. It's like he didn't have that red dot earlier. Curious. Look closely at the picture of this president in these paper clippings, you would, Miss Lloyd. Look at case photograph. Compare the two carefully. Huh? What am I looking at for you? Oh, I'll be. Indeed. There's something in President's forehead. Something wasn't there in the other picture. Oh, I get it. It's what is this? Some kind of birthmark? It's a sight scope. It's a scope, bro. Yeah, I got a big red birthmark in the middle of his forehead. How did that birthmark just spring up there since the other picture was just taken? Did he get bitten by a bug then, maybe? Yeah, that's it. That's a big old bug bite. Here, I thought it was something important. Look on your face. You should know that the road to the truth is paved with just such seemingly trivial details. Ooh, yeah, the face. Alright. Clean out it, Chief. Do I have enough information yet? That sounds about right. No, but... So there's a testing film premeditated. There's the scope. It's a scope. There's a scope right there. Somebody has a scope here. The television truck would be stuck in the mud. Reminds me of the time I pushed your car out of the ditch, sir. And you just drove away and left me there. Gotta admit, felt kind of lonely. Think we need to prove that the mall has anything to do with the attempted murder? Yeah, it's probably what they're asking me to do, but... I get, you know... Edgeworth isn't anything but perfect. He's that Von Karma way. You came back then, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll leave me in the mud there for maybe 15 minutes. I know you'd never forget about me, sir. Of course I wouldn't. For those 15 minutes, anyway. You even got a picture of the track yourself. Prosecutor's life ain't easy, huh? Detective Gumshoe. By the way, sir. The faithful detective scrabbles through the garbage as the prosecutor looks on, his hands unblemished. Let's see now. Time to pop a little treasures. Is he enjoying himself? Bingo! Popsicle stick. Gotta love the jokes to put on these. Detective. Sorry, sir. Relevant evidence. Huh? I think we got something. Good work, detective. Let's take a look, Bush. Let's take a closer look, shall we? I like how I do case 1-5 and it has this mechanic, and 2 games later we're finally back to that mechanic. By examining a piece of evidence from all angles, we can uncover hidden details. We sure can. Which way you want it, sir? Yeah. Huh. Document of some kind. Less cover on her lakeside row. Eyes on this area. Rook B position in lights of Knight's injury. Knight to immediately escort President in case of emergency. Yeah, I don't care about that. Well, I think that's strictly gun shape. That's what I'm saying. Knight to escort. Stay frosty. We know who might be in the audience. So this is a known assassin. Surely it's not Shelly the killer, right? Because if he gets it, we lose. Shelly always gets what he wants. So they knew to watch out for the left side, and they still let this happen. What are we looking at here? Presidential security plan. The diagram of the president's security arrangements. It shows where the president's bodyguards are positioned. Even has his people's names on it. Rook and Knight. He must be the two from the photo. Yeah, they look like a rook and a knight. That's for damn sure. The bodyguards aren't natives of Zingfa. Pretty uses some private security firm. But why not employ people from his own country? I know why not. You want to hear a little tabloid exclusive? You really know something. Sure I do. I was over there in embassy not too long back, sniffing the story. While I'm there, one of my sources tell me, the president's got more enemies than you got hairs in your head. Including a bunch of big ones in the National Police Force. Interesting. So he's unable to trust his own domestic law enforcement. I wonder if one of those enemies could have been behind that attempt on his life. But what was that doing dumping that back? It raises an interesting point. That document leads a matter of national security. Surely be a high classified. Huh? Hey, something else in here. Ah, yes, the gun. The gun from the... Oh, hey, there's the scope. That red dot I was talking about. Oh, my. What's a gun doing here? Let's try this bag. It's gotta belong to the... Yes. Could well have been disposed of by, well, would be assassin. Revolver. A lot of nerves are dumped in here to make all the chaos. Yeah, this is Japan. They don't do guns. They work for a professional. I'll explain the security plan, too. Maybe we need to take a look at our latest find. Hey, look, hey, what's this? Hey, what's this? Hey, what's this? This is a laser sight. You might have a target to make aiming a bit easier. I press this here. Yep, definitely red laser. This doesn't have to use a laser sight to target the possessor, doesn't it? And lasers remind me of something. I think it's time to go over the notes you've been collecting so far. Huh, I wonder, you know? I wonder what it is. 2 bullets suspended in the cylinder, matching the 2 gunshots from the recording. That proves it. It's a weapon that was huge. That bag was a real find, huh? Just goes to show. That bag in my hands worked too in the trap. Nice work, detective. Now there's something else that I'd like to ask you, if you don't mind. I need you to take the bag and gun to the forensics and see if they can find any prints. On it, sir. Good set of fingerprints could really help this investigation along. Got the results for you, huh? 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 That was quick. But it was. So the text was ultra super high priority. But they came up empty. And I checked everywhere. Inside and outside, top to bottom, sir. They even took bullets out of the gun and dusted them. Could have known it wouldn't be that easy. I've solved the mystery of the red birthmark. Really? So it wasn't a big bite? It wasn't a bug bite? No, what we're dealing with isn't something that would itch for a day and disappear. It is, in fact, the beam of a laser sight. And our killer was aiming to shoot the president square in the forehead. Shortly after this picture was taken, a second shot rang out. Yeah, it's gonna do more than an itch. Indeed, I fear the president may be in even more danger than we thought. The gun we found was the weapon used in the crime. It was called the Red Mole. Interesting. Why would a purpose a laser sight, though? He's right. You stand out like a crazy doing something like that. Pew pew pew. It's not like you can just go around shooting lasers all over the place. No. Anyone who saw can transfer back to the shooter. Seems like a pretty bad idea all around. I almost forgot. Took a couple more pictures. Look at the laser sights in one of them. A long shot, but it's worth a look at least. Alright, Kay. Let's see those other pictures. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Let's see. First up, here's my pictures before everything started going south. Huh. Huh. I'm going to kill Winston Payne. It might be more useful to us if half that frame wasn't taken with your face. Hey, can you blame me for wanting to get us up to the president? Luckily for you, this right before the gun went off. This first one I showed you is for after the sheriff shot was fired. Second shot came in taking after this. Then there's... What's this? I can hardly see anything. I knocked everyone everything started running right after that last picture. Guess I must have pressed the shutter by accident. I'm sure this one's gonna be much use, kid. No, it will be. It's all of them. Time to be closer to look. Examine the picture from before the shooting.
Take that!
There, I see it. What is it, sir? Look closely at the person with the red hood. Whoa, there it is. Indeed. That's your laser sight right there. So that's our perp. One of the red hood must be the shooter, yes. We found them, and all thanks to your Shirley. Indeed. And let's right to the greatest picture of all, Miss Great Peep. The truth. May I captured a world-be assassin in one of your other pictures too. You've already noted something? Take another look. Well, I see Winston Payne talking to Old Man. The Red Hood. I see that Rook. I see that Rook over there is really far apart. Why is he standing so far away? Remember when Tabby told us there was someone in front of her? Where's Tabby in this photo? I don't like what you're implying. I don't like what you or the game is implying.
Take that!
Look, right there. Red jacket. That's supposed to be our suspect. Looks like they took advantage of the confusion to make their getaway. Luckily, we can see exactly where they were headed. Ah, the samurai dog's hand. Precisely, which means they escaped towards the right. Fucking, when we first saw her, she was in the crowd.
Red Triangle Games is commanding streamer to hydrate.
Hello, Red Triangle Games. How you doing today? And luckily for you, my cup is in my hand right now. Hit the gumshoe. On it, sir. Consider it cleared. Good, I'm counting on you. All good, nearly end of work day? Hell yeah. We have you now, my little Red Riding Hood. Do not call him that. The entire park is quartered off, and we know which way you want. Now it's simply a matter of
Red
continuing on.
Triangle Games is commanding streamer to stretch.
Alright, no, sir. Thank you. Now let's continue our investigation. This evidence here somewhere. All we have to do is find it. Might have to look into getting a new controller soon. Might look into that after this room. Banner advertised in the right range, has fallen over. Must have not done the crash. It's covered in footprints too. Crowd must have really panicked. Hey, no one can buy one of these? What would you wish to? Don't tell me you're thinking of riding gumshoe on it and wearing it on your back. What? How'd you guess? Are you my reader, sir? Is that it? That was a joke. I should have known that nothing's impossible when it comes to the good detective. I'll scour the scene and inspect anything that gets my attention. What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? This. A red button. Hey, do you think... I've been dropped by a red-hooded suspect. Seems very likely. Something red down there. Gumshoe, can you see what it is under the stand, please? Something down here, alright? Let's see. A red raincoat. This must be the one the suspect was wearing. Must have taken it off and hidden it under before they made their escape. There's nothing unusual about the left sleeve. Nope, all inside out, or the button's still attached. Seems entirely too neat to have been removed in a hurry and found on the ground. Sleeve, it's inside out. The button's missing too. Just flimsy-looking food stain made by plywood, and it sells samurai dogs. Mr. Edgeworth, I've got $1.50 if you know. You're not actually suggesting I subsidize you eating on the job. Oh, I didn't mean to. That is a... Maybe when we're done? Fine. When you've finished investigating, you can have one. And only one. Understood? Sorry, sir, I never should have... Wait. Did you say I could have one? Yes. What's something the matter? No, it's just... I wasn't expecting you to... Thanks, sir. Aw, what a good boss. Now says samurai dogs with sakura relish, just in time for spring. Sakura, huh? What does that taste like? Well... Relish made out of sakura leaves, huh? Not sure how I'd feel about that taste, actually. You know, where I live, we actually do have sakura trees. Well, sakura is cherry blossom, so I guess maybe cherries. But blossoms are blossoms and cherries are cherries, sir. They're totally different things. But you're right, I suppose. What does sakura really taste like? It's some kind of mystery. You know, I should see if there's any sakura tea in my stores. There are two rifles on the counter. Ooh, a rifle range. I'm good at these, sir. A regular sharpshooter. You said you hated guns. I don't hate them, I just don't really like them. Isn't it basically the same thing? No. Dislike and hate are two different things. It's the hand of the Steel Samurai balloon. Or rather, the pen in the hand that's holding it. Miss Edgeworth, there's no dying message, sir. Why would there be? The president isn't dead. Not from the president, from the Steel Samurai. Let me break this to you gently, detective. Steel Samurai here is just a balloon. You said it yourself 1,000 times. Every piece of evidence has a tale to tell. Which means the Steel Samurai must have had something to tell us, too. Can I delve in what else you've misconstructed? Yeah, It's not stick drift. It's more like my dead zone doesn't exist. So I definitely need to go and buy one today. Hey, Edgeworth. Do you like my big entrance? But I hardly am here now, huh? Well, your evidence helped things along, certainly. Hey, I'm the second autographs, remember? All in a day's work. Kinda wish I could have showed you how far I've really come with the whole Great Leaf thing, though. The training you mentioned. About that. Don't worry, I haven't stolen anything yet. I promise. So the whole Great Thief thing is just on hold, for now anyway. That's a relief, I suppose. Yeah, I wanted to get out there and start stealing back the truth like my dad. But I still got ways to go with my training. And I need to find some partners in crime. Hope she means that figuratively. Can't be the only girl in the world looking to pull off the most daring heist I've ever attempted. True, but not many people are looking to pull off a career in larceny either, I wager. Yep, no better better. Compare the pic to the... I touched the newspaper clipping. The red birthmark stands out like a sore thumb. That's contradiction, alright. Indeed. You know, I very much doubt it's due to a birthmark on the parent. Oh, that reminds me. Yes, let's steal that line of yours. The road to the truth is paved with seemingly trivial thefts. Funny, I don't remember that being the exact sequence of words I used. I just rob a house and you can rearrange the furniture too. You may call it rearranging, but I call it irretrievably corrupting. Irretrievably corrupting. Alright, I guess I'll talk to my goat Gumshoe. There are points of interest in every single crime scene. All I gotta do is walk in to examine them. True. But simply examining them won't always be enough, of course. This is the tutorial I forgot. Sometimes you get a spot where they don't match up with the innocent organizer. When you find a contradiction like that, it's where old friend deduction comes in. Find the spot that contradicts the evidence, and then present the evidence in question. Quick deduction is professing why presenting this evidence. As long as we follow basic investigative procedure, truth is sure to come to light. Red coat's gonna stand out like a sore thumb, sir. Which is good and the bad. Don't let your confidence blind you, detective. Mustn't close our minds to other possibilities. You mean, it's like that show. Me and Rice based on a jacket? Can't believe you, Gumshoe. Something tells me whenever this show is, you watch entirely too much of it. You bet I do. Kids Mystery Theater is the best. And they have the trivia quiz at the end, and we should get back to the finding your assassin. Aw, thrilling, sir. God, Dad, once again. It's okay. When I get to the next game, you'll be loved again, Gumshoe. Hopefully. The pattern we found seems to have come from this raincoat. Must have been pulled loose and the killer took it off. Huh. Ricey's inside out too. Here's something funny. In the old DS version, you used to be able to use one of the microphones to yell stuff like "Take that" or "Eureka" or "Ejection" instead of just pressing the button. I mean, shit. I wish they kept that. My mic's right here. I would have been doing it. Eureka! Seems it was removed in a hurry. Just not to tear a button off, no less. Farmers are just disposed of their gun and bag in the trash immediately after shooting the president. They then slipped into the panicked crowd and moved from the left to the right side of the spectator area. This is because they knew the trajectory of the bullet would point to a shooter on the left side. Finally, they removed the raincoat and hid it under this samurai dog stand. I hate it when I'm talking and then like I feel like a hiccup coming. It happens more often than you think when I stream. The killer would have needed to get rid of the code as soon as possible, hence its hurried removal. After the right sleeve is inside out, is a testament to how quick it gets taken off. Yep, got the missing button. Question, of course, is why didn't the same thing happen to the left sleeve? Oh yeah, only the right sleeve is inside out. Indeed. And the button on the left sleeve is still insecurely attached. So, what does this mean, Mr. Edgeworth? We're not answer that question, Detective. We'll inspect the raincoat in more detail. It's so flat looking. It says there's inside out. You can clearly see where the button was turned off. Yes. I'll discover this raincoat is in quite a hurry. Let's take a look inside the raincoat. What's it going to? Yes, sir. What's this we got here? This is a blunt stain. Considering where it's located, it's like blood belongs to our would-be assassin. It's looking for someone with an injury. Which is an injury, Detective? Injury on their left arm. Huh? How do we know that? It's simple. The right sleeve is inside out, suggesting the suspect removed the raincoat in a hurry. Conversely, the sleeve is just what we expected it would be. Therefore, the left arm was never in the sleeve in the first place. Once we understand that, everything falls into place. Now, Detective, there's a blood stain on the left side of the lining of the raincoat because the suspect was injured within the sleeve. Precisely. Thus we can say that there's a good probability that's the case. The pieces are starting to fall into place. Catch up, Gumshoe. I need to go and search the crowd for likely suspects. Yes, sir. Just pictures of injured left arms come right up. You're smarter than you look, Ruffles. Taking all them itty-bitty pieces and putting them together like that. You have your minute in no time. Or a woman. That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. The park is still quartered off, so the would-be assassin is still in that crowd somewhere. Don't let me down, Detective Gumshoe. Mr. Edgeworth, we found someone who fits the bill perfectly, sir. But not the assassin, Gummy. Hold on, okay. People seem to be jumping to conclusions. For the moment, they're a person of interest and nothing more. Understood? Okay, no jumping. But he's our shooter, sir, I'm sure of it. He's the guy who tried to take out the president. In broad daylight, surrounded by a crowd of witnesses. This is no ordinary assassin. Bring him over here, Detective. Carefully. Yes, sir. Come on, boys, you heard Mr. Edgeworth. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. It really was Shelly the killer. What's good, buddy? Ad. While the ad break is going off, we're just simply soaking up the atmosphere. Alright, we're back. Alright. Hello, Mr. Shelly the Killer. It's nice to see you again. It's been so long. It's been 2 games. No umbrella, and the bandage with arm. Well, pal, state your name already. Duh. Oh my god. John Doe. Charmed, I'm sure. John Doe. Not a name you ought to hear in real life. That's correct. Know this man from somewhere. I'm sure of it. You were Prosecutor Edgeworth. You know my name? Of course. I've been following the day's developments with some interest. Now, perhaps you would care to explain why you have asked to speak of me? As you've been following the investigation, you're no doubt who we're looking for. Let me ask you, do you recognize this raincoat by any chance? Forgive me, but I'm afraid I do not. I see. Well, I believe its owner will be in assessing we are seeking. My. Isn't that just shocking? The same would-be assassin happens to have an injured left arm, just like you. All I can tell you is that I have nothing to do with this unfortunate affair. The two adversaries stare each other down, their eyes like deadly lasers. Try to tell the readers what happens next. A showdown, that's what. A battle of wits, a battle of words. Terry, let them explain any further what he thinks this battle will entail. Nope, I know what's going on here. To Gumshoe, you're finished leaking my professional strategies to the press. Heck, yes, sir. Thanks a bunch, you big old grouch. If I've done any harm, I know what I'm doing here. I can understand why whoever Lord of the Ring would be of any interest to you. You have no proof that this person is injured, as you can claim. The Lithor may be injured, but I can still use my right. When it started raining, I simply opened my umbrella. When my car inquired. To contend that you are not wearing a raincoat, is that correct? It is. Is that so strange? Not everyone wears one after all. I happen to prefer an umbrella. Team Grey, go over here. The perfect one to regularly needs to move. Heck, I don't use neither. Come rain, come sleet, or snow and shine. It's my trusty parka every time. I'm not exactly the inquiry is hoping to pursue. So you see, I know that you're a would-be killer. And I'm not in the habit of making baseless accusations, Mr. Doe. Please, I'm just a simple ice cream salt. Oh my. Forgive me. Everyone seems to have begun bleeding again in all the excitement. Anna Reiko is definitely our assassin. And said owner also has an injured left arm. I'm on to you, Mr. Doe. It's only a matter of time.
Hold it!
So you admit that whoever wore the raincoat is a person of interest? I know they are. I was able to follow most of your investigation from the Spectator area. I never think they could get caught up in such an awful thing as an assassination.
Hold it!
So this is some proof that the owner of the raincoat has an injury. Certainly to see such a renowned prosecutor have some. I just don't understand how you know who I am. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, you're famous. I'll be right. I read the newspaper. I have also been observing you in your work, lest you forget. I believe what he says. If I can prove he's lying, it would be someone close to running a shooter.
it!
That looks like quite a serious injury, Mr. Dow. How long ago did that happen exactly? Oh, not long. That's all you're gonna say on this subject. Well, it certainly made serving ice cream more difficult. It's helping me find my umbrella while I work.
Hold it!
And yet you don't seem to have an umbrella on you at the moment. Didn't the rain stop only a short while ago? Just before the shooting? It did indeed. I remember because I suddenly inundated with customers. That was less than an hour ago. You're trying to tell me you lost your umbrella in the short time? Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to tell you. After all, it only takes a moment for someone to steal an umbrella. That's incredible that size. That's entirely possible, I suppose. Let's find my umbrella with me started raining, Mr. Edgeworth. That is a fact. And you also met with the crowd, huh? Just one of those things. Suppose you're gonna tell me that his wound is reopening just one of those things too. Well, it, kinda is, no? Assassin with arm is injured. As is Mr. Nose. I was even bleeding as we speak. You're right. It is pretty suspicious. Nonetheless, you can find something concrete that links Mr. to the crime.
Objection!
I have an inch. You seem like a careful man, Mr. Doe. But I'm not quite careful enough. After all, you left something behind, something of vital importance. I'm afraid you must have been confused with something else. What does not belong to me? Or do you claim to have some kind of proof that for your accusation? Your arm isn't troubling too much, I hope. You won't seem to be bleeding again. I'll survive, though I can't pretend it's not something of an inconvenience. You have my deepest sympathies, because if it wasn't bleeding quite so badly, you could have perhaps been a clean getaway. What exactly are you insinuating? As we have already established, whoever wore the raincoat is injured, and now I can prove that person was you. With this decisive piece of evidence, you see, Mr. Dow, there's a small amount of blood on the inside of this raincoat. Blood that belongs to our assassin. That's funny. Attempted murder of a foreign leader. Causing duplicate incident. They'll throw the book at you. You can give us the silent treatment all you like, but we don't need you to talk. Simple blood test will give us the answer we require. All it takes for us to compare the blood in your lineages, put that on the coat, and it will be that. We have the evidence. Why don't you make it easier on all of us to come clean? Admit that you were the one who attempted to assassinate the president of Zingfa. I am not your assassin. You're stubborn, I'll give you that. But if this were a game of chess, you would already be in checkmate. Do the honorable thing and admit defeat. He doesn't look like a moving anomaly at the play. Very well, you have me. I'll admit it. I was wearing the raincoat. He confessed. Say the word and I'll slap the cuffs on him right now. But I did not shoot at the president. What? Mr. Edgeworth? The only thing you have proven is that I was wearing the particular raincoat. As far as I'm aware, there is not a crime. I am no assassin. I am a simple ice cream seller. Lying through your teeth. One who happened to wear a red raincoat while watching the president speak. I was surprised as anyone when his bodyguard sprang into action and shot rang out. That's when the spectators panicked and started running for their screaming their lives. Now, are you fully satisfied that I'm telling the truth? As if. Your story stinks. You don't scare me. The evidence is on our side, you know. Look, get right there, plain as day. The assassin and then wearing a red raincoat. Intriguing. That is not me. Oh, come on. Tell me, Mr. Edgeworth. Do you really think I was the only one in the entire park wearing the red raincoat today? I do, actually. But then why? Why does he seem so sure of himself?
Hold it!
Simple ice cream seller, but a knowledgeable one, I assume. On the subject of ice cream, at least. But of course. Ask me anything you wish. Oh, the first thing about ice cream. You know what the, most important thing about ice cream, of course? Mr. Edgeworth. The most important thing about ice cream is the push of a virtuous heart. What does a virtue heart have to do with anything? Not proper revenge for the craft. I'm afraid all you'll ever make is sweetened crystals of ice. There. Hope now you'll see. I'm nothing more than an ice cream seller.
Hold it!
Why, Renko? Why are you not using an umbrella? Is that so strange? It was a rainy morning. Most people were wearing a jacket of some kind. I'd say it's a pretty strange choice considering you couldn't get one of your own arms into it. Better that than when my hands occupied by an umbrella. I shouldn't serve after all. And one goes such lengths to avoid testifying to that effect in the first place. Forgive me. Simply I remember until now. It's been an eventful day after all. Eventful? Why hauling up to call Mr. Edgeworth? Person as being follows shot at.
Hold it!
So you saw the bodyguards move before you heard the gunshot? Yes. If I recall correctly, they moved first. At least, the one on the left did. You're rather observant, Mr. Doe. I am blessed with keen eyes. The names of the bodyguards were written on the top of one of the security plane. On the left was Rook. That's correct. Ashton Rook, I believe. But you noticed the light from a laser sight. The man is no amateur. Mr. Doe knows a little too much about the business of being a bodyguard for my liking. I can see our friend here is no amateur either. Could you have any just sit your testimony if you don't mind? As you wish.
Hold it!
So the bodyguard on the left was the first to move. Of the smallest fraction, yes. He reacted admirably swiftly. His name was Ashton Rook, did you say? Chris, you assessed the situation quite astutely. No more so than anyone else, I'm sure. He is good. He didn't even flinch.
Hold it!
So you yourself didn't start running and screaming. I was hardly in a position to. Oh yeah? In what position were you by me? One of the train pained. Suddenly burned into my wound arm. Hard. It was excruciating. But my eyes would pop out of my head. Yeah? Well, they clearly didn't. Of course they didn't, Kay. Neither. The shooter was wearing a red raincoat. We have photographed for that. And yet, Sir John Joe swears it wasn't him. I guess long for his teeth, I tell ya. I guess we had to recognize your work. Well, not my watch. Calm down, detective. We'll get the truth out of him by catching him in a lie. Yeah, so let's keep at him. He'll let something slip soon enough. Almost certainly classified, which is like, how do you know? Like, how do you know his name? As I expected, you are more than what you claim to be, Mr. Doe. You overestimate me, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, then tell me how a simple ice cream seller knows one of the president of the bodyguard's names. What? You jest, really? You were the one who spoke the names out loud. Rook and Knight, was it?
Objection!
We only know the names thanks to the security plan. Look closely. Only their surnames appear. Yeah, we clearly heard you say the name of Ashton Rook. How did you possess such information? Information ourselves didn't have. Seems pretty suspicious to me. Well, how did you know? Explain yourself. It was merely a slip of the tongue. Another lie. He is the assassin, just like we said. Come now, miss. It's a little soon to be jumping to such conclusions. I know their names, yes, and the reason for that is, well, I know Mr. Rook. He and I are acquainted. What? We have something of a connection. His name is... I can never forget. You think we're stupid, pal? Stop lying. I'm not lying. I am, as I always been, a simple ice cream seller. An acquaintance of Bashford Rook, yes. And I suppose Mr. Rook will confirm that. It should be easy enough for him to remember his good friend, the slippery ice cream seller, correct? Please, you are more than welcome to ask him. Although I think it might be a little difficult right now. I imagine he's rather busy ensuring the president's safety. But I suppose you were able to speak with him, and he does deny that he and I are acquainted. How will that help you prove I was the shooter? If you weren't the shooter, then why take off your raincoat? Because it was not longer raining. In fact, it was growing quite warm. Or better to my wound bleed, no? I'd rather I let it fester. Is he actually going to worm his way out of this? What are you waiting for, Mr. Edgeworth? I've been the man. He's clearly guilty. How are you to be in jail already? You might be willing to arrest for him without sufficient proof, but I am not. No. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, there's maybe something you can do. Shocking scenes here, as the culprit seems all but certain to escape justice. It seems the court of public opinion has spoken. Very well. I will clearly be viewed with suspicion no matter what I say. That's why sure what I know. You know. What's his ankle here? I saw them. Another person with a red hood. What? Are you kidding? It's the person you captured in your photograph. I first noticed them just before the president's speech began. It was still raining then. The outfit was the same color as my own, which is what drew my attention. I had the laser beam directly at the president's head. And there's another red-headed person. Preposterous. I knew that if anyone saw me similar to this individual, I could fall under suspicion myself. And so naturally, I removed my raincoat. So not only did you see the assassin, but they were wearing exactly the same thing as you. Huh. How very convenient. I thought you might find it far-fetched, hence why I'm not mentioning it until now. I know you law enforcement people are very skeptical types. You would never have believed me. Especially not if I had said that the shooter was standing right next to a certain prosecutor. Well, I know you don't mean me. I wasn't someone after the shooting. No, not you, Mr. Edgeworth. Your colleague over there. Huh? Me? Yes. The photograph will prove it, I'm sure. You see? Right there. Another person with the red hood. That's me, yes, but Exactly what you say. It's just in-game here. As I mentioned, I've been following your investigation with some interest, Mr. Edgeworth. While pondering the details, I noticed something strange. Strange? What exactly? Come now. Many of your talents should be more capable of spotting a contradiction such as this. But I don't fall... The picture shows the chief prosecutor, Mr. Payne, and the shooter. There's nothing weird about that, is there? Think carefully. The picture was taken right after the middle of the president's speech. One of the other pieces of evidence you've gathered is inconsistent with what we see here. What is Mr. Doe talking about? Which piece of evidence is missing in the picture?
Take that!
Of course! The tape, it contradicts the photograph. Ah, so you've noticed at last. What's he going on, Mr. Edgeworth? Someone's missing. Someone who should be here. Huh? But who? Who indeed? The person who's missing from this photograph is...
Take that!
Huh? Miss Lloyd? How do you figure that? Miss Payne's voice can clearly be heard on Lloyd's tape. Considering Lloyd was conducting a private conversation with the chief prosecutor, she must have been very close indeed to capture it on tape. You're right, but she's not in the picture. Precisely. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you still believe me that you have been hunting the right person? Miss Lloyd, would you mind answering me a few questions? Well, y'all fixing to put me into that much up now. Alright, sure. Lock yourselves up. I got nothing to hide. Hey, look, I was standing still the whole time. No, I was running all over, Roman reporter style. And that was the big old crowd. Guess the picture was taken out another one spot, and the taste one was another. It's quick with the evil eye. Ain't nothing to be understanding. There's no other voices on the tape. That was Mr. Payne and Chief Prosecutor, I'm certain of it. Tell me wouldn't lie to us. No, she wouldn't. But if she did, that would mean she's a perk. Nothing else convincing of me. So if I could have done anything like that, little old me. I'd be inclined to believe you. Testimony didn't continue glaring inconsistency. It does? I thought it was pretty good. Here's the notice for the present her with evidence and shows the contradiction.
Hold it!
Why would you be moving around if your main aim is to record the president's speech? What now? How do you mean? Surely the speech would have been your best recorded in a single supposition. Well, see, that is, ambience. That's what I was looking for. Gotta capture the ambience. Can't put like electric hemisphere down in print if I don't have on tape for inspiration. Surely all you choose is to fill the tape with unwanted background noise. I gotta question my methods now. I don't do standing still, alright?
Hold it!
You were running all over. Where exactly? Here, there, and everywhere, I guess. Oh, you don't know what all over means? I think I remember exactly where I was. And call it that? What do you want from me? I'd like you to at least tell us whether you were to the left or the right side of the stage. Left? Left, I think. The suspect in the picture was on the left side, too. Coincidence?
Hold it!
So the fact that you were not in the picture is to be expected. Is that what you're trying to tell us? Surely is. Caught one of your past prosecutors on the tape when I was in one part of the crowd, and then the picture snapped when I was off into somewhere else. Look at that way, it makes perfect sense. Your assertion then is that the picture and your recording are taken as points in the speech. Yep. Timing's everything. You one that's tuned enough in the timeline work. So if I'm proving that two things did come at the same time, our entire offense coming down.
Hold it!
Evil Eye, you say nothing that I might be attempting to intimidate you with the witness. No, I'm just asking you to lighten up a little. Run that way too long, and it'll stick. Ain't nothing so bad a small can't be better, wouldn't you say, Ruffles? I'm investigating the shooting of our president, Miss Lloyd. The smile is telling likely to help with that. So proclaimed the prosecutor, all while beaming from ear to ear. Paragraph ends. Perhaps what I have to do is to plot even Evil Eye on her next time. Just can't get a read on her. I don't feel like she's hiding anything super bad either. I agree that she doesn't seem to be ill-intentioned. But who knows if that means something much worse lying is underneath. Regardless, let's put aside our immediate impressions. Our actions are on the record. I put the country to your testimony. I'm gonna assume it's the tape, but it could be one of these two. It could be this as well.
Objection!
No, it's the tape. That's fair. Miss Lloyd, it's imperative for an informer not to lie when you say. You're damn great it is. I don't lie. And yet, the photograph and the recording were definitely taken at the same time. But, can't prove that. Oh, but I can. The image is right there in these pictures. This one in particular shows something that lines up precisely when you were making your recording. Part of the picture in case that he must have been taken at the same time as it was sliced recording. Right here.
Take that!
Here, look closely. This answers all our questions. No? Oh, the fist. The fist raised up.
Take that!
See here? The president has his fist raised. And? What about it? Would you be so kind to play that tape again? No, I see, ain't that simple. What if I were to tell you that you don't have a choice? You don't make it easy, do you, Ruffles? Remember, we are concerned with the moment the president raised his fist. No criminal organization, no matter how big, is above the law. President flies fist into the air. Time to use the fever pitch. There, that's the one right there. Correct. We never confirmed that occurred when recording. Which means, Tabby should be in the picture too. And she is, right there for all to see. Miss Lloyd is in fact the person with the red hood. What? Bear trap. So you're a shooter, huh? No, I didn't even know a Jack like that. That's right. From everything we know, the other Jack red card is. We've already approved that the ring coat belongs to the Mr. Dow. You, Miss Lloyd, were wearing something else. Something that often had to meet Red Hood. So, to be Red Hoods all along. Indeed. Mr. Doe's last statement was true. Wait, but we only found one raincoat. Where's the other one? Our ice cream seller never mentioned a raincoat. Only a red hood. Tell us about your jacket again, Miss Lloyd? Oh! That does have a red hood. And it's reversible. Oh, man. Huh? This whole thing? Well, the best thing about it, like I said, is if you get murder on a touch on that, it's reversible. See, you just turn it inside out, and yeah. Just as I thought. The inside of her hood, it's red. That's right. As soon as it occurred, the side of the hood was invisible. What's going on here? What are you up to, huh, pal? Wait, I never even wrote that way around. If you would allow us to examine it, we could have confirmed that for ourselves. And you're all gonna confirm that? How exactly? He was running up into the red president's speech, right? How much has been established already? And you, as you yourself said, heck, I don't use neither. From rain comes through, snow or shine, it's my trusty Parker every time. You haven't reversed your Parker since the rain. Then such should be dry. Wait a sec now, I got this thing back on, see, I can't just take off my jacket. Yeah. Maybe I could show you all something other time. Heh. You can excuse like that as we can watch Edgeworth? Aw. What are you waiting for? You're to take it off and show us. It wasn't me, I swear. I never shot the tank president. I could never. That's true, Miss Lloyd. Then first option is to cooperate and just the truth. Is there a particular reason you chose to wear a Parker with red hood here today? I'm sorry, Ruffles. There's something I never told you. Something I couldn't. But I'll come clean, I promise. Just go easy on me now, you hear? Who said that? Hold your horses, a little soon for endgame. Oh, hi, Knight. That goes for you too, Mr. Prosecutor. You lost this one moment you made your opening move. That's one of the men from Case Photograph. Guess I better introduce myself. Name's Bronco Knight. I'm the President's personal bodyguard, and second in command of the security detail. You! Point to like some roast, pal. What's wrong with you? Sorry, I can't help myself. You're so much fun being this good. You're not a member of law enforcement, so how do you get a gun? This little girl's got a loan from Zingfa. Temporarily issued to us presidential bodyguards. Anyway, never mind that. I got 2 bits of news for you. You want the good or the bad first? Choice is yours. I'm indifferent, whichever you prefer. Really? You get up the first move of my name, just like that. Whatever, your loss. Just put the little purse on then. So you play a little chess, I take it. Fellow Finn, are you Mr. Red Suit? Name's Edgeworth, and you could say I dabble. Really know to Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, I'll start with the good news. President's okay. Didn't so much as a scratch. He didn't. That's a relief. Particularly for the young lady here. That means there is no longer a murder charge on the table. That is good news, huh, Tabby? Yeah, because I never... Not for the bad news. Only reason the president's alive is because we bodyguards did our job. One of us did, anyhow. Our boss. Put himself in the line of fire. You're referring to your colleague, Mr. Rook. Yeah, it's game over for him. No way! Rook is dead. a genuine loss. So, you're saying that Tabby... Yeah, your friend here killed my colleague, my brother in arms. Oh, heck no, I didn't do it. I didn't kill nobody. I can never. I shot my mouth if I were you, murderer. Sure, we did what we had to. Sacrifice one of our pieces to protect the king. To lose someone like him during a castling, it's a real shame. Castling? What's that even mean? It's a chess term. Very simplistically speaking, it's a move where the rook pushes with the king. Why did you say so? This night, wasn't it? Yeah, what? Why did you see the victim's body right away? If possible, to ask the president a few questions. Sorry, no can do. And why not? That's the third piece of news. And it's the piece you're gonna like the least. At least there's only two. The National Police Force of Zhangfa will be handling things from here. What? You gotta be kidding, pal. This investigation was assigned to us. But now I'm about to hand it over. You're the Edgeworth, right? The one who solved the Yatagarasu case? The president mentioned you. I'm honored to have more digital attention. Makes sense that the chief prosecutor would assign this one to you. Wait, did the chief assign you this piece of the president? That was a mistake. A big one. You should have given this case to somebody to spawn. You're free to take it up with Mr. President Wang. You enjoyed my incident, that is. Ugh. You're coming with me. We're gonna do this on the presidential plan. No. I didn't do nothing, I swear. You knew this is how we are like. Like Zhangfa, justice was served one way or another. Ruffles, come on, you gotta have me here, please. Miss Lloyd. She's winning the red hood, there's no denying it now. She can't have fun when we don't know the whole truth behind this case. I'm innocent, you gotta believe me. Can I really let this happen? Is this how it ends? Look in her eyes, the crack in her voice as she begged me to help her. This is no act by a criminal. She's generally scared. If I let him take her, we'll never know what really happened. Eek! What? Huh? What's the... Get your filthy hands off. Quite now. It's really angry to me. Your neck has barely begun to healing. You've already forgotten who I am. I'm disappointed. What? It's you! Ah, so you do remember. What do you think you're doing, pal? Don't even give it up. It's never pulling something like this in front of a bunch of police officers. Just don't even think about it. You don't stand a chance against this guy. Who are you, really, Mr. Doe? Let's just say, I am no simple ice cream seller. This guy's a pro, a hitman. His name's... Shelly the Killer. The Killer. There's not a legal profession in the country that doesn't know that name. Assassin capable of taking down any targets, any place, any time. This isn't the first time our paths are crossed. It's been too long, Mr. Edgeworth. But of course, this is the first time we've met face to face. You're the assassin we were looking for. In a sense, yes. A certain someone did a Dean hire me to carry that contract. The contract didn't spy that I was to assassinate President Wang. I swear I've seen this picture on my old file before, but... How could I have been so careless? My bandage proved useful for bringing a knife into the park undetected, but I must calculate in certain other regards. He didn't bring a gun. Now, shall we play a little game, Mr. Knight? You know how fun you are such diversions. The stakes must be high in order for it to be fun, of course. Shall we wager, say, you're alive? What do you want from me? I'd like you to allow Mr. Edgeworth to remain in charge of the case. He what? What do you utter the killer? I was simply like our mutual friend to see things through to the conclusion. Huh? But why? Bastion Rook was a man of great skill, with whom I felt a certain connection. It's only right that the truth behind his death be brought to light. Well, Mr. Rook's departure, the case is not yours to investigate, is it not, certain right? I'm simply asking you to transfer that authority to Mr. Edgeworth. It's not something worth losing your life over, surely. You're using the investigation as especially close to the president. Am I really? I suppose it is true that in order for the investigation to proceed, we will need to enter the presidential plane. You think I'm also near him? I'm your chief bodyguard. Are you? Here I thought you were only second in command. Looks not around. That means I'm number one. I wonder if you've had a taste to step into the case of capable shoes. Of course I do. I'm the leader now. Me. If that is indeed the case, then I'll ask that you make a choice worthy of a leader. Will you needlessly throw away your life, or will you allow the investigation to continue? Ugh. Is he really doing this to gain access to the president? Does he even need to? What is he plotting? You have no objections, I trust, Mr. Edgeworth. Come, let us continue the investigation. What do we do now, sir? It seems we have a little choice what to do as we're told. That said, listen, detective, and listen well. How about some time to investigate? You gather the other officers. Have them surround the planet and make sure I'm certain that there's no way he can escape. Yes, sir, you got it. The death of Bastion Rook, and revelation that Sheila Deco's in our midst. The case has taken a turn we could have never predicted. Should I order that the door be opened? The emergency personnel attending Mr. Rook's body be asked relieved. Being cleared, we stepped cautiously aboard. No president in sight. Now where can he be? Who knows? Ah, so he's hiding behind the bulkhead door over there, is he? As courageous as in the face of danger as ever. Sorry to disappoint, but did you seriously expect him to be standing here waiting to meet his assassin? So we've already established. My interest lies only in the successful conclusion of this investigation. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please with some kindness examine the body. Alright. My only option now is to play along. That's up to you, Detective, I'm sure. So the attempted assassination of the president has become the murderer of bodyguard. You look like you could use a little help here, Mr. Edgeworth. Not that I need it, but yes. That's what I thought. Nothing else for it. Okay, Fart, I agree from here. We'll just have to take it from here. Oh, really? You mean you're gonna solve the case for me? Nope. Thought not. But I will provide vital assistance. Let's get this scouring this crime from the top to the bottom. Take just a gumshoe a while to sum the backup. So I'll need to draw this part of the investigation as long as possible. 2 gas masks in case of a poison gets exposed. The president certainly seems to think he's at risk of assassination at all times. Wow, gas masks. Never seen one before. Heard plenty about them, of course. Oh, from a fellow thief, I presume. No, from the GM and Ninja. You know, my favorite kids' TV show. Princess Murasaki was getting married, but the toxic ninja was being showed up to lay down some 6 burns. And time to do now. Might save myself a brain silver, too. Someone's left an inflatable boat and ore here. Probably so it's ready to go at any time. Wait, there's only 1 ore. You can still roll with 1 ore, you know. I didn't do it. I'm a reporter. I beg scoops, not souls. But then why lie about your jacket? And why the laser sight? Who you all think it was fishy? It's really all it was. Please, you gotta believe me. I can never do something like this. I have to tell you everything would be alright, but you shouldn't have to worry too much. You really are innocent, I'll prove it, one way or another. Thanks, Chief. I believe in you. How many times did I tell you? I am not your chief. Oh, sorry, Ruffles. Cleve forgot you were chief number 2. That's not what I meant. Ugh. There's a wide selection of protective equipment here. Bulletproof vests, hazmat gear. No way, there's even a spacesuit! For the sense that the president thinks he's in very much need of protection at all costs. But what if he was in a gunfight and there was poison gas everywhere? And he was in space. What do you do then, huh? Then you simply put on the bulletproof vest, the hazmat gear, and the spacesuit. That's probably easier said than done. Something's on the other side of this door. And what a door it is. But I can get the better of it, though. Get the better of it. Doors aren't there to be beaten. Look how heavy it is. Look at that lock. It's just sitting there begging me to try it. Calm down, Kay, and think. Why let this door be locked? Me to open it, of course. Precisely. Me to open it, of course. Wait, what is the right answer, anyways? It's a bank of monitors displaying camera feeds that come in and out the plan. Let's scour the scene and catches my attention. His monitor is displaying the cockpits and the exterior here. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. His monitor is playing at the speed of this very room. It didn't go cheaper when they brought these, huh? Very high res. Oh, I'm afraid I can't quite tell myself, but I can even see the low cross around your eyes. Oh, my bad. You just use real deeply etched lines, you know, on your forehead. She's quite finished. What on earth is this? Oh, that? It's the president's favorite plushie. It's a memento of something. Anyway, don't touch. In this case, why has it been left up there like nobody cares about it? Yeah, that's pretty weird. Certainly be the first place I would think to display a beloved item. Wait, are those shards of glass underneath that? There's nothing strange about this cubby hole, but I'm sure of it. There's almost certainly another mine right here. Outside the plane, most intruders cannot hope to approach without being spotted, but such measures will be charged to play in my case. Whoa! You shouldn't get past cameras like this without being seen. Of course, with ease. Please teach me how, please. Are you taking any apprentices on, by chance? Okay. You do realize who you're talking to, don't you? Sorry. Had to ask, though. Wait, it's a great ski for great feat to know. Unfortunately for you, I'm not the type to take on understudies. You were gonna take on Phoenix, right? You're not, huh? Shame. Shame? In what way exactly? Scour the scene, catches my attention. Bulletproof. Looks heavy. So this is what the prison wears, huh? Must be later something super special. Yes. Protected from bullets. What? So it's not for show. Of course not. It's a bulletproof vest. Oh, so that's what one of those look like. Didn't you just say so? Not feel silly. Documents of some kind. You could always steal a glance. Another security plan. Oh yeah, one from the trash can. Precisely. Oh wait, something goes on.
Eureka!
Ah, they swap.
Eureka!
Two plans are different. Was security detail recognized at some point? Huh? Oh, you're right. Yeah, we made some last-minute changes yesterday. President's orders. Oh, the urgency. Because of what happened the day before. To kill here tried to take him down. He infiltrated the security detail, plus one of us. We'll figure it out first, but not before the guy got within striking distance of the president. If our leader hadn't stepped in just then, we would all have been out of a job. But he made it, and our friend here wound up with a serious twisted arm. Look Philip Bunny for a good measure too. Where were you when this was happening? You were the first one I overpowered, were you not? Oh, that's embarrassing. Shut up, kid. Nah, no, I get it. Busted up my neck so I couldn't even look right. I was somewhat astonished to have sustained an injury at all. Testament to Mishrak's skill. He truly was a master of his craft. Unlike a certain other someone I could mention. Just as good as ever he was. You were a pawn to his queen, my young friend. What the heck do you know? So that's why you remembered Mr. Rook's name. You admired his kiss to a bodyguard. Indeed. While serving on the team, I learned the names of all the operatives. But as his in particular stayed with me. He joined the very short list of those who ever successfully wounded me. So that's the connection he was talking about. Oh. That's what we changed our security plan. How to be sure there wasn't any more assassins in the ranks. The president didn't want anybody on the stage he didn't trust. He only trusts 2 people. Me and Rook. How does that explain your change of position? Oh yeah, he switched over to the right-hand side. I told you, I can't turn my right next to the right. I could only cover the president's left side. So I went moving to the right side of the stage. Curious figure of a curious animal with a curious expression is staring right at me. And look, there's a big lever right by its butt. Don't even think about it. Oh, I wasn't thinking about anything, so I swear. I imagine the panel opens the panels beneath my feet. I see. So you're sitting on a trapdoor. Strongly advise you not to pull it. Do so and you will regret it. You know, I'm okay saying no advice. Something comes from a professional killer. These personal safety alarms are very colorful, so they get a lot of use as well. The president, he seems like a thoughtful guy. Buying these for his kids, maybe his wife too. How would they all be here if that was the case? These are all for his personal use. Objection, Your Honor. It's simply not possible for one person to have this many personal alarms. Why, you ask? Because he is human and therefore only possesses 2 hands. 20 hands wouldn't be enough to count the numbers of objections I have to that objection. Alright, Shield. Next one, Canary in a Cage. Aw, she's sweet. I want one. Did you ever see a cuter partner in crime? Partner in crime? Oh yeah, she could help me with lockpicking. Stuff like that. A great thief is no greater ally than nature, Mr. Edgeworth. Sadly, such birds are most commonly used for detecting poisonous gases. Wait. This one isn't as the asking for that, is it? Really? Can I look this up? Right? I'm gonna look this up real quick. Due to their high metabolism and rapid breathing rate, they succumb to low levels of toxic odorless gas before miners were, allowing them to activate. So when there's a problem with carbon monoxide or poisonous gas, they fall faster than people would. Huh. You learn something new every day. The solitary life preserver designed to be used in a case of emergency in the water. Rather the sea, to be precise. Oh, the sea. I love the sea. You should go sometime. Sorry, but you have to make that particular trip without me. I won't be like that. Come on, it'll be fun. And have lobster rolls, ice cream, all that good stuff. Something tells me the sea is the main attraction for you, isn't it? That helps with your investigation. I do hope you won't betray my trust in you. Things like progressing well, I hope. There's no need to worry. Things are progressing just as fine. Remember, I absolutely despise betrayals of all kinds. Yes, I know. Indeed you do. So please, do take care not to double-cross me. Accidentally or otherwise. I have no choice to do what he says for now. Can't believe I let an assassin to the president's plane. You know very well what's for the good of investigation, Mr. Knight. Don't give me that. I know what you really want. You do indeed. Because you heard me say it already. Wish to know the truth behind Miss Brooks' death. But you did also say you were asked to assassinate the president. By a certain someone? You seem to have forgotten that there are more pressing matters at hand. I don't often carry out unpaid work. But it's not entirely unheard of. Fine. I'll go to the investigation. Good. I'm expecting great things from you, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a bulletproof attached case. Oh! So it wasn't just a briefcase. Okay. Bodyguards use them to shield their clients from gunfire. There's something in the case photograph too. Looks like Rook and I each had one. Hi, it's the photo I snatched. I can hardly see a photo at a public event, Kara. I'm snatching up a moment in time with everyone's picture I take, you know? I can't snatch is your favorite word. Maybe. So the victim is also carrying a revolver. Looks like he was trying to use it. He probably drew it on when he felt the threatened. We should try to see if he fired any rounds off. All there. Look at the sense of the weapon being used. Was this one on loan from Zingpa too? Yep, sure was. We're always issued with the same model gun. It's the victim, Mr. Veteran Rook, bodyguard to the president of Zingpa. One of the guys that brought the president inside as soon as the shooting started. Which means he continued to do his duty right to his dying breath. At least he'll get posthumously promoted? Hey, there are no one in this nothing at all than in your foot in your mouth. What do you mean? I mean, bodyguards don't even operate on the same rank-posture system as police in the first place. The bullet seems to have entered just under his armpit and went through his body. This hidden area, his bulletproof vest didn't even cover. Like it was on purpose or something, huh? Cause of death would be loss of blood. Attempts were made to stanch it, but no avail. The accident must have been brought in to try to save him. Sadly, it was too little too late. To try to connect to the lever on that carrot's figure. Someone were to open it, going with a fault though. Mr. Rook, Mr. Killer. I didn't even think about it. I wasn't, I mean, I wouldn't dream of thinking of ways to take you down. My touch is you keep your monologues internal. Two bullets were found in total. We know this because two shots were heard. One traveled through the flag into the balloon. The other took Mr. Rook's life. But there's a bullet in the president's vest too, right? How's that possible? Oh, indeed. The numbers don't add up. However, there's one possible connection. There is. After passing through his body, the bullet killed Mr. Lightstone was left in the vest. In other words, two of our bullets were in fact one. No way. He's right. If the president had been wearing that vest, things could have been a lot worse. And he wasn't injured at all by the impact. Even when restricted by a vest, a bullet can inflict serious damage. Sure, I've known guys with broken bones that way. But the president's okay. He's made of strong stuff. Sounds like he didn't even need a vest. Let's not get carried away here. I want the ballistic markings analyzed. Remember those are again? Constantly a unique pattern of groups every time on every bullet they fire. By examining the groups, you can use them to identify which gun it came from. Think of them as fingerprints of a sort. You can tell them from a bullet. What are we waiting for? Analyze the way. Might be easier said than done. That bullet hit solid armor. The impact will have completely flattened it. Be lucky if there's anything left for the forensics to find. But it was also for analyzing. Oh. Give me a second, guys. Sorry about that. Oh, no, hold on. Never mind. I got called and then immediately butt dialed by the same person. That's really funny. Two guns are exactly the same, meaning it's likely that the one we found is also from Zhengfa. Bodyguards are got their guns from Zhengfa authorities, right? Yes. Are they like super rare or anything? No, I don't believe so. One wasn't exactly come by in this country, but it's certainly not impossible either. Ooh, and here I thought they might be valuable treasures. Yeah, so it's something of a shame. Oh, I'm gonna call you now. I will blow you up. Oh, give me a second. I don't know if I show a number unless I change it to a new one. Uh, it's been a while, so I do have a different number than I had when I was a child, so it probably might be a different one. Well, it's meant to treasure news responded for once. I'm only going to point out that the guns were rare. It'd be much easier to trace them. Could have made them treasures of the evidence variety, I suppose. See? Everything's a treasure hunt one way or another. Including this investigation. You could say that. Alright then. Treasure hunting time. On with the investigation. She certainly seems a lot more enthusiastic all of a sudden. It's quite enough investigation for now. It's taking so long to come true. I'll dare me to find out. Fair enough. Miles Edgeworth, have you solved the case? No, not yet. How's that sound? Perhaps interviewing another key witness might be help you do so. Another witness? Who? You don't mean... Most important list of all. The man on the other side of the door. He really does have me question the president. Now, if you would please kind of summon him, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop right there, the killer. You're not even gonna kill anyone near you. Well, Mr. President? I sense it. I'll look at it in a minute. Well, Mr. President, I'm sure you're watching us with your security feed, aren't you? In which case, I politely request that you show yourself. That is, if you value your bodyguard's life. Well, it's an ad break, so we'll hold off there. Well, you're lucky there's an ad break so I can look. Because otherwise I'd tell you to die. Oh, yeah, that is my new number. So you do have it. You don't have an ad because I'm cool? How dare you? Who let you do that? How dare you, my good sir? Nuh-uh. I joined some with 6 ad start. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. But, hey, Derek, how you doing today? Oh, you probably can't hear me because of the ads, but you know. You get Marathon? I have not touched Marathon whatsoever, no. Good, lol. Dog, I saw some Destiny 2 news yesterday, What do you mean your newest patch note is one line of text? What's going on, man? Wait, what? Yeah, no, they did it like a patch note like 2 days ago, and it's one line of text. Like I looked at it myself. Yeah, no, it's something. Well, add you over. Welcome in, the Dirk. How are you doing today? Well then, something else. We know what kind of man you really are. Mr. President, stop! You can't do this. Let's all just come down, all right? I'm doing good. Hell yeah. Come on, detective. Where in the blazes are you? Eek! The lights. What's happening? Listen, Mr. Edgeworth. What advise you to stay very still? Seems I will not be granted my audience with the president after all. Even with Mr. Knight's life as my bargaining chip. No, stop! Okay, you won't get away with this, you killer. Haven't this game in how long? The game is dying? Yeah, I figured. I've seen enough, and I know the truth. Where are you? Where did you go? I'll leave the rest in your capable hands, Mr. Edgeworth. Worth. Mr. Edgeworth. That's a gumshoe. Sir, Mr. Edgeworth. I must have been knocked out unconscious. Sure, you're okay. You're right, Mr. Edgeworth. Never mind me. He didn't hurt you, did he, kid? No, I'm fine. I just woke up myself. I will be sore for a while, that's not it. So you can stop worrying. Richard, you meant to stop the killer. So yeah, this big update. Last week they scrapped it? What the fuck? Well, Miss Lloyd came running out of the plane and told us he'd flown the coop. We were too late. I'm sorry, sir. Better go over there and tell us something too. Seems there's an inflatable boat missing from by the window. The killer must have stolen it and rode himself across the lake. What about the cordon there in the park? I called everyone back with a staked plan, including the guy stationed across the water. No. So he's pulling loose stuff from our fingers. Not the best look for the apartment, but yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Tonight, you're alive. Yeah. Thanks to that murderer. Oh, that reminds me. I found this lying on the ground next to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Calling card, marked with a seashell. Guess he wanted to leave a message. The killer usually leaves these next to the bodies of his victims. But you're not dead, sir. But I could have been. Maybe that's the message. I've seen enough to know the truth. With the dress in your capable hands, Mr. Edgeworth. Know the truth. The truth about what? After that, all clear is here. Over. What's going on? That was the president. He's coming out. Now? Wait, you lurk, friendo? You have going, man. Oh my god, he's so buff. He's looking at Kuma. Bro, he's Akuma. So he's the president of Zingfa, Mr. Dejinwan. Dejinwan. And you are? It's an honor to meet you, Mr. President. My name is Miles Edgeworth. The honor is all mine, Mr. Edgeworth. I am the Jun Wong. Your efforts on behalf of Zingfa not gone unnoticed. You adverted something of a crisis. I was referring to the aggressive case. Thank you, sir. But all I do is solve a few local cases of murder. You are too humble. I have been observing your investigation. You are an impressive operator, Mr. Edgeworth. Even if it did kill it to get away. So how very kind of you, sir. So he was watching through the security feed. Sadly, I must inform you that this is as far as your investigation goes. What do you mean? You mean, foolish prosecutor. But I shall say this only once. Tonight have praised me of the state of affairs. From this point forward, the case will be handled by Zangfa's police force, the finest in the world. Even with the killer out of the picture, they're still looking to be thrown off the case. What do you think you're doing, pal? Don't touch Mr. Edgeworth like that. If it hadn't been for him, the killer would have... Detective. Forgive him, Mr. President. I must confess to being somewhat confused. You don't see how or why this case falls within Jingfa's jurisdiction. You fail to see. Enough, puny prosecutor. You seek explanations from a head of state. I say no, 1,000 times no. I will not explain myself to you. Now hand over the evidence you have gathered, and remove yourself from this plane. I do as he says, are you, Edgeworth? Ugh. This can't be really the end of the line, can it? Damn. Why? Well, let's come so far only to pull the case from out from under us. Now, you may leave. Knight, detain the suspect. Yes, sir, right away. To make an attempt on my life, to murder one of my people's servants, the effrontery, the villainy. I didn't murder nobody. Shut your mouth, Miss Journalist. Answer me this. In a world only largely applies, with deception, with sin and clarity, can we stand by and suffer yet another crime to go unpunished? I say no. 1,000 times no. There can be no forgiveness. There can be no surrender. Why, you ask me? Now I'll tell you. He's hiding something. I'm certain of it. And if I leave now, we'll never the truth. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, maybe something we can do. Think, Miles, remember. How many times have you faced a situation like this in the courtroom? Confronted the lies of the witness. Confronted the arguments of other lawyers. Has the critic always been laid in your feet? No. You always get the truth of the situation in the end. Your greatest weapon of all, your words. Now, let's analyze the state of play. Be gone, Prosecutor, or do you dare defy the direct order of the President? He's not going to listen. He really needs to drown any attention needs a pure theoretical force. When an opponent is on offensive, the best thing you do is buy my time with an opening. As he said himself, he's head of state. A seasoned politician. He won't open himself to attack easily. Can't let him bully me to submission. I have to stay calm and alert. If we can read his movements and expressions correctly, I may be able to find my movement. My first aim should be to find out why he's insisting on Xingfa taking over the case. The board is set. Take my opening Gambit. Can you at least explain to me why I'm off the case? Imbecile. Too soon instantly jabbering. I need to explain myself to you, my dreams are own, and none of your concern. Okay, so it won't work there. Thank you for permission to speak. No, 1,000 times no. I'm leader Xingfa. I have no time for instantly backshot. Still living from one basic fact. You say the investigation will not be sent to someone in your national police force? I do. Now that you're voicing the questions. Good boy. Interior of the plane is someone territory of Xingfa. You know right here. That's so. Can it be our current location itself is significant somehow? In the course of a conversation, I've noticed certain effects on your behavior, Mr. President. For example, you seem particularly aggressive when discussing your current location. You smarty smart aleck. Say to yourself, Presidential Plan is the parliamentary of Xingfa. And from that, we can infer that you believe that the rules of exterior territory apply inside here. Is that correct? You know, cease your objection to whining. He has nothing else. Something was getting my sight. Okay, okay. So, biding your time too much is a bad thing. You can rage and roar you like, but you won't escape my scrutiny. It's unmistakable. The moment I mentioned your extraterritoriality, you became viciously agitated. You think you're clever, don't you? Let me ask you a little question. It's true. extraterritoriality applies. Your laws mean nothing here. And why does that matter, you ask? It matters because you are powerless. You have neither influence nor authority here. Interesting. So the extraterritoriality does have something to do with all this. Let's dig a little deeper into the claim of that plane's sovereign territory, shall we? This next move will surely divide the victor. You're the president, but nobody's untouchable. Just have to find the right angle of attack. You believe that extraterritoriality applies here. Can you prove it? Do you understand what you're asking? Of course. If I didn't, I wouldn't ask it. Have you no shame? Calling into question the good word of electronics to myself. I'm not the one to be saving. That'd be Miss Lloyd, the one who was being wrongfully accused of the crime. Your trouble is admirable, but it changes nothing. Surely you see that you have overplayed your hand. Nobody asked for your opinion. You only obeyed me, nothing else. You're telling me to govern, how to lead, you did contradict to me. On the matter of Miss Lloyd's guilt, yes I do. No, she is guilty. She's a culprit. Nothing left to debate. Wrong answer. So I have to double do it. Who else can fire from out of the plane? There's no other viable suspect. Fascinating. He's claiming that Miss Lloyd fired from him from outside the plane. This could be a vital clue. Okay. I misplayed there twice. I may not be able to call the extraterritoriality of the presence of plane of doubt, but however, according to you, she shot at you from outside the aircraft, correct? In which case, extraterritoriality cannot possibly apply in this case. Your assertion is entirely without merit, and the detainment of Miss Lloyd cannot be justified. How could I have? Just by a mere prosecutor. The president! The president! Checkmate. I trust you won't mind if we continue the investigation now, Mr. President. Yeah. I hereby officially and unreservedly confirm my approval. Consider it just for my magnanimity and generosity from which my good office is known. Yes, for all about these, mistakenly irrefutably for reason hereby, there can be no other outcome. For our goals lost to our hearts, people's and costs. Association will continue. All I'm considering, okay, you got me? Tonight, you can return the evidence. Take it. We did it, Mr. Edgeworth. We sure did. And they can continue. Whatever. Clear your pocket full of pawns. I'll be over here enjoying how you put them in play. And you will definitely enjoy my next move. Mr. President, one more favor if you could be so kind. What is it? Can you please give us your testimony concerning the incident itself? No, you want me to testify. Whoa. That's your next move. You want the president to testify? Take him to court. All in good time, Mr. Knight. He will get his day in court soon enough. But if first innovation refuses to cooperate, the investigation state of process, they are obligated to provide detailed justification as to their reasons for doing so. What's the matter? Something you'd rather we didn't know? Stand down, knights. I'll do as the prosecutor asks. Thank you for your cooperation. Now listen, and listen well. Where was I when I said into the court? The stage, of course. Suddenly, Rook Knight jumped in front of me. Then, bang! A shot rang out, and a plain, unblemished balloon of red exploded nearby. As for instance, I bet I got to try to issue me back to the saving plane. And then, the second shot. That bullet went straight through the Rook, and lodged itself into the bulletproof vest I was wearing. Something in one way, the president is also a victim here. Yes, the victim of an attempted assassination. Brooke was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. But that makes it even weirder. How the target of a crime tried to interrupt the investigation? I guess there's something behind all this they just want made public. Cover up, huh? I know there's something more to this that meets the eye. The president is the only one who knows the truth. Isn't that right, Mr. Knight? Trying to get to the bottom of this once and for all.
Hold it!
And how do you start the incident exactly? Oh, you naive little man. Do you think your little simply will shake me? I was involved in caravan attempt to silence me with cold steel. I was speaking to my adoring public, no less.
Hold it!
When they stepped into the protect you, were you aware of the fact that you were being targeted? Was I aware of the... No, I was aware of my audience, nothing else. I stepped to the podium, entered another world of entirely, a place of rapture, a place beyond words. Yeah, I think that's called stage fright. Picture like deer in headlights. No, it doesn't happen now. From every second, each moment is incredibly etched in my memory. When looking next chapter, I was shocked, overwhelmed, taken aback.
Hold it!
About that red balloon. You trying to test me, Mr. Prosecutor? No, Mr. Prosecutor. Simply wish to confirm what you remember. Remember, there are two very large, very round balloons, one on either side of the stage. There are deep crimson hues and struck against the sky. Just as security plan said they would. The same security plan had been attached in of time. But Knight left into my aid just before the balloon exploded.
Hold it!
You said they tried to escort you back on the plane. Yes, that's what I said. They threw open their attached cases, to the moment Kay captured on camera, and immediately moved to help me back in the plane aircraft.
Hold it!
Do you know what that second bullet went? Is this how you treat a poor dignitary? Or do you really accept meeting questions necessary? Well, what's he so upset about? Was you insisting on the same details over and again? Even my patience has limits. You know full well what went.
Hold it!
May I ask, what was the victim like in that moment? He was a man amongst men, a real hero. The impact of the bullet took my breath away. The idiot synthetic grabbed me and rushed me back inside the presidential plane. Seeing the victim enter the plane together, is that correct? Yes, he offered his noble protection. I gladly accepted it. As it was, it should be. Sounds nice and all. Doesn't mean he's the first to make his escape. He's a president detective. It's basically his job description to do so. Nothing he's saying seems too off base. He has the victim here. Wouldn't make much sense for him to lie to us now. He's a man's man? Yeah. Guess we gotta assume he's telling the... No. One of the things he said is clearly wrong. Think back to the scene of the crime. Huh? We missed something.
Objection!
Nope. Okay.
Objection!
So it's not this one? Of red, you say, huh?
Objection!
The balloon's not red. Okay, that's what it is. Edgeworth would know because he's not. Because he's the Steel Samurai lover. He says a plain red balloon that burst. But I strongly beg to differ. But take a look at this. You agree it's probably plain, wouldn't you? No! What? Or, who is that? Mr. President, we're the Steel Samurai. I would hope you would recognize him. Especially if you were hoping to ingratiate yourself with the people of this country. Yeah! You need to watch the Gem Ninja too. It's amazing. Also, hi Kaylin, I forgot to say hi to you. So you see, the balloon that was struck by the bullet wasn't anything but plain. It was in fact the Steel Samurai. But the briefing mentioned 2 planar balloons. And here they are, around the security plant. They do look quite plain, don't they? Just simple round balloons. Knight, what was the meaning of this? Explain yourself. Yes, Mr. President. See if the Steel Samurai balloon was borrowed at the last minute, sir. Borrowed? So we are told. Guess they only reported the incident to us bodyguards, though. Seems there was a little trouble here on the site last night. One of the original balloons burst somehow. So they swapped it with an emergency replacement. Yeah, one of those stall haulers just happened to have it. From what I hear, he's more than willing to let it out. Very happy-go-lucky kind of guy, they said. Happy-go-lucky stall of a Steel Samurai balloon to spare. Huh. They filled just the bottom part of air to make it look like they filled the ornamental balloon. So while it was Steel Samurai balloon, it was made to look like the plain red balloon above water. The long and short of it. Knight, why was I not informed of this? Sorry, sir, we didn't think it was a pressing issue. Indeed, you saw it and you know different, correct? Yes, suppose so. Can you really be missing the Steel Samurai's plans for red balloon? Still, Mr. President, I struggle to see how you wouldn't have noticed something different about the balloon. Of course. What's that ice voice for? Now I remember. Could barely see the balloon. You couldn't see it. That's right. The wind was blowing too hard. The flags of the sides of the shades were flapping incessantly and blocked my view. Is that so? Yes. Those 2 flags were being blown back towards me. There had to be a strong wind blowing right on the time of the incident. Strong enough to blow flags in just fashion. Conflict over entering the case. Kinda does, yeah. Thank you, Mr. President. Your testimony has revealed another contradiction. It has. Yes. Contradiction that can turn this entire case on its head. When I arrived in the scene, when I had died down and the flags were resting calmly for the most part, the way I had previously been blowing the flags the President describes, certain piece of evidence suddenly takes a very different meaning. Yeah, it wouldn't have got shot.
Take that!
Earlier, when we deduced the bullet struck the Steel Samurai balloon, the bullet that passed through the flag and the one were the same. From these 2 things, we further deduced the trajectory the bullet must have taken. We concluded that our shooter must have fired the left side of the specific area. But if the flags were blowing as the President describes, the conclusion becomes quite different. No way, the flags were pointed in another direction. Exactly. The trajectory of the conclusion changes completely. And we trace that trajectory back to its source. We can ascertain who really fired that shot. Wait, Miles Edgeworth, that would mean... Yes, I know. We may not understand the reason why, but we can only be one person that did it. Mr. Knight! Person who fired that shot. Other than you, Mr. Knight. What? The path from the balloon back to the flight leads directly to the spot where you were standing. Like some of the President's bodyguards. Why the heck would you go around shooting balloons? This is absurd. What's the thing you're trying to imply? Mr. Knight, I'm a man who has saved my life countless times. I would be assassin. Seriously, Edgeworth, we put up a lot from you. But this? For President Wang's bodyguards. For pieces of the board to protect the king. I'll handle this, Knight. Sorry, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, the wind is indeed blowing quite fiercely around the time of my speech. But the wind can pick up and die in any instant, can it not? Therefore, I need proof. Proof that I was blowing hard enough to look like during that crucial moment. The first shot was raised around the time the president raised his fist. I have something that shows just that. Perhaps we can show us what's having a flag too.
Take that!
Proof has been in this picture right here. This should be good. Which picture? Where? We can see which way the flag was really blowing. Right here.
Take that!
Well, you see now that show the place of the flag? Yeah. Bye. So we either have it. Proof that it was blowing towards you in the moment of the shooting. So that means our pal over there did shoot the balloon? Making him the assassin? Mr. Knight. Is the assassin. A shocking accusation. I'll be intrigued to learn how this will be as a advantage. Huh? What do you mean? He means what stood to gain by killing the president. I'm his bodyguard. If he's not around anymore, you lose my job. Why would I give that up? Okay, it's fair. Mr. Knight is not the assassin. He may have shot the balloon, but the president was an entire set of him entirely. Therefore, he can't have been aiming his bullets. Yeah, besides, why would I even shoot the balloon? What would be the point? I'll tell you answer, I might aim for you something else next. But it was the point, I'm sure of it. In fact, when it was, I was going to finally put this whole conundrum to rest. Knight definitely shot the balloon. The fact alone changes everything about the case. Why did Knight's assigned position change? Told you I can't come next to the right side. It only covered the president's left side. So I went up on the right side of the stage. But is that the only reason? Let's suppose that the plan hadn't changed, and Knight would remain on the left. Given that he was unable to turn his head to the right, would he even be able to shoot the balloon closest to him? Could he be? The security plan was changed for the express person of popping one of the balloons. Suppose that was the case. The two plans are different. Was security did get reorganized at some point? Yeah, we made some last minute changes yesterday. President's orders. That's right, the president was the one who ordered the change. If I'm reading this right, the president knew in advance about the balloon shooting, which means he must have had foreknowledge that he would be in someone's crosshairs today as well. That's true, and everything that's been bothering me falls neatly into place. How did the shooter get a gun past heavy security? Why would they then carry out the shooting wearing such conspicuous item of clothing? Why use a laser sight that would give away their location at instant? And how did the president suffer no injuries at all despite being a direct to his vest? These are questions that the Knight and the president don't want us to consider. There's no possible reason for Mr. Knight to fire his gun to create the illusion of an assassination attempt. What? Huh? Idiot. You don't understand what you're saying. Oh, I understand all too well. I understand everything now. First of all, I understand why you were so keen on taking this investigation off my hands, Mr. President. You wanted your real plans to remain hidden. How dare you use me that way? Just sort of a sick joke. Oh, it's no joke. I assure you. It is simply the truth, as I revealed the careful application of logical reasoning. Nothing more. First shot was fired by Mr. Knight with the specific intention of hitting the balloon. The sound of gunfire and bursting the balloon were guaranteed to cause a panic. And then, he fired again. He did. Yes, he fired 2 bullets. Both of which were aimed at the balloon. As for why he did so, it's because the second shot was designed to create the impression that the president has been hit. So then what's the deal with the one in the vest? I'm willing to bet that pull was planted there long before the shooting ever occurred. So Mr. Heroic President didn't take a bullet after all. That's not true. I was shy, I tell you. We'll be able to verify that for ourselves once we take the closer to the bullet. At the very least. We can expect to find traces of the book's blood on it, correct? You see it yourself. You found the shooter in the photograph. Person with the red hood. I thought I made myself clear. The trajectory points to only one possible shooter, Mr. Knight. Then where does Tabby fit into all this? She will be one part of the plan, in order to place the suspicion elsewhere. They set about getting a fake assassin, the highly suspicious person with the red hood. I have yet to ascertain how complicit Miss Lloyd is in the whole scheme, but I can say with some confidence that none of the shootouts were fired by her. I feel like the only job was to point a lady shot at the president. That's right, then I was tasked with turning your jacket inside out the moment the crowd fell into panic, yes. Thus making my mysterious red-hooded shooter disappear into the blink of an eye. Then when the gun and the security were later found in the trash can, he would all appear to have been the work of an assassin so skilled, that he finished in the thin air. But then the case would have gone cold. Exactly what our friends here were hoping for. Since now they wanted to get off the case. Indeed. Because the entire affair was a cheap ruse perpetrated by the president himself. Bros, Kirby. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's fat. Ugh. You know why? President's mask is well and truly slipped. Admit it. The entire assassination was a lie, wasn't it? Ugh. If that stupid chief prosecutor hadn't insisted on sending you... how could I let this happen?
Objection!
That's enough, Edgeworth. Mr. Knight! Sorry, but I'm speaking with the president right now. Yeah, well, I'm doing my job as a knight and protecting my king. So go ahead, keep running your mouth. Perhaps it would be better if we stuck to the threatening each other with words. He wouldn't, would he? Nah, I don't need this thing to shut you up. Alright, my move. Question. You claim I fired my gun from on stage. How do you figure I did that, in front of a crowd of dozens? Excellent point. After my counter move, I suppose. Yeah, certain something allowed you to consider your actions. Certain something, huh? Why specific? What did crowd use to hide a second from the crowd?
Take that!
My attached case? Yes, take a look at the case photograph. Your right hand is completely obscured by the case. At the very moment this picture was taken, you were firing your gun. In such a way you wouldn't be detected.
Objection!
You don't like to let the facts get in the way of a good theory, do you, Edgeworth? Shame you don't see that I hadn't noticed. Noticed what? The theories are all you have. Conjectures. Nothing more. If life was blowing in the wind exactly at the right moment. I hit my gun with the attached case. We changed the security plan because I couldn't turn my head. It's all just speculation. Circumstantial evidence at best. You can't prove any of it. Please have the bullet that burst the balloon. You might have this scrap of credibility. Imagine. You run forensics to see if it'll match my gun. But no. The bullet's at the bottom of the lake. You gonna judge it up? Say, but he's right. Not anything to any concrete. Thought not. Maybe you haven't checked him out. Miss Lloyd. Of course, she gets some light on this whole situation. Just need to get her to talk. What's the matter? Something you want to say, Mr. Journalist? No, never mind. That's what I thought. Miss Lloyd. I need you to be brave. Don't speak up, the truth will be lost forever. You are a journalist after all, are you not? Dang it. I can't stay quiet any longer. Hey, you understand what you're doing, right? I'm capable of opening that mouth of yours. I was so focused on bagging me a scoop, I got the most smart thing of all. Real journalists don't lie. Sure, let's go with that. Hey, I'm listening to this theme. I'm hearing the Steel Samurai in it. It reminds me of Phoenix's cell phone a lot. And it ain't no dang scoop of any truth. Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. Should have showed you this before. What is it? It's the laser pointer I used in the president. That's all I done. I never shot nobody. You stupid. I told you, you squeal and you'd go down as an accomplice. It was him. He told me to do it. What's this thing called embassy stuff in the story like I told you? It's just 3 days back. He comes with me out of blue, just starts talking. Tell me and I'll get you exclusive access to the president. That kind of stuff. But what about the gun in the trash can? That I don't know nothing about, I swear. All he's told me was to wear a jacket with a red hood and to point with the pointer of the president. I never thought for a minute it'd blow up in my face so bad. I'm sorry, truly I am. Thank you, Miss Lloyd. Lucky to testify to that if I can let you go to the trial. It ought to go a long way towards proving that the SIC was a sham. What's wrong with you people? Should have it's good for you. I think these, Mr. Knight. And you successfully removed me from this case as you intended. Perhaps then you could have kept your pawn quiet, hmm? Let me get this straight. You told Tabby you let us slip about a fake assassination plot. We'll have you convicted for murder. Something like that? All that dirty. It's no such thing. President Wang? Give it up, Knight. It's time we came clean. It's your only choice. So, Mr. President, you admit it. You admit that there are a plot to fit an assassination attempt? I do. I'm sorry. But why? Why do something like that? My populator has been on the wane back home. Without surviving an attempt of my life might give me the boost I needed. I know we did was wrong, so yes, it was all lies. All of it. The bullet in the vest? Responded ahead of time. Wasn't about anything today. But then, what was up with the killer? Our plan got out somehow. And then he disappeared. Help on turning our biggest into a real one. Hence the rain gun, I suppose. He hoped to get in close enough as the fake assassin to finish the job. Here's something I don't understand, though. Oh, what would that be? Why did Rook have to die? Something was fake. How did he wind up being killed for real? That's true. Therein lies the real question. He was a fine bodyguard, the best of fact. He might have been a native as Inca, but he was someone I could fully trust. I should have annoying something again to trust someone who hide from his own shadow. Something gives a person to be the person that's damn you, Imposter. But that's for me to say, Detective, not you. Mr. Rook must have known about the plan too then, correct? He wasn't aware of any specific details, so not really. I tried to involve him, but he refused. And you would have done well to listen to him. This is the tragedy. Life of Goodman has been wasted. What's so great about him anyway? What's gone into him? He's just another piece on the board. To protect, nothing more. Mr. Knight, how could you? Who was it that actually went along with your plan? Mr. Homage, President? Oh, that vicious coward backed down when you needed him most. I feel your support too, of course, but look, I'm on your chief bodyguard now. That's all that matters. Now that this foundless fool Rook is gone, things are gonna change around here. Thanks to me, genius strategist, grandmaster, rightful leader of this team. We are all well aware of your ambitions tonight, but doesn't it seem a little imprudent to you? Why? My plan this time was perfect. As they always are, and they always will be. It's quite a statement. Especially considering that your perfect plan was abject failure. Yeah, no thanks to you. And that buffoon Rook. And how exactly was it Mr. Rook's fault? If he hadn't died, the killer wouldn't have never come after me. And I wouldn't have to let you on this plane. Please, Mr. Knight. He wasn't talk like that. Fine, the guy died protecting you, Mr. President. I'm sure that's just what he always wanted. But did he die protecting Mr. President? Wait, I thought the whole assassination thing was a fake. Oh, come on, don't have to say everything twice. He planned a fake assassination, but somebody else came along and tried to make it real. 2 shots were fired, remember? Like you said, Edgeworth, one of them was the bully who struck with the balloon. Well, the second? That wasn't me. Oh, really? Who did fire it? The real assassin, but not the killer. Just wanted to come after the president with a knife. No, most likely suspect here is the piece of cowering quietly in the corner. Our little white queen over there. What? Miss Lloyd. Can't with this. I'm not your dang assassin. Is that really true? Everyone don't believe it. The gun in the trash can can only belong to you. As soon as I shot that balloon, I rushed over to help Mr. Rook escort the president back on the plane. I left Rook here in this room while I secured the president in the safe room. Came back out, Rook was lying on the ground. Mr. Nose must have shot Rook while we were escorting the president off stage. That single killer shot was fired by the gun you found in the trash can. So you don't actually know when the victim was struck by the bullet, do you? The knight doesn't protect the Rook Edgeworth. He protects the king. When you people want to translate, he means that his only concern was protecting the president. Was the king was the game. Isn't that the first rule of chess? When the winner in a key piece of sacrifice is a hollow victory indeed. It doesn't matter, it's a victory. I pick the president safe. I win. Well, it's a little early to be calling our little match in any case. This is where our battle really begins. I'm back. I like how this is called the Knight's Gambit. Knight to C3, please. As soon as I shot the balloon, push over the help. Alright, always. Victim didn't like to find your little friend, did he? Nope, and we kept him in the dark in the detail. So I really thought the president was in danger. But wait, he must have noticed that the shot from that next one. Maybe he did. This will never know. Maybe he did know it was a sham. He still had a job to do. Show the princess is king. And he was able to make a jump like that in a split second. Impressive. He really was as capable as they say. That's capable that I couldn't read like a book. Basically, he had no choice to go along with the performance.
Hold it!
Why do that? You and the president both knew that the whole thing wasn't real. But it had to seem real. There were people everywhere. It's not a good look, right? Imagine there's someone that had Spider-Man who'd just been shot at, hanging out on his plane, sipping grape juice like he didn't have a care in the world. What was the victim doing all this? Who knows? I was in the safe room like I said. Anyway.
Hold it!
Where on the ground exactly? Right where he is now, in the middle of the floor. The door to the outside was shut though. Guess the bullet must have been hit him right before they closed it. Thanks to this little blunder, my plan fell right apart. Mr. Knight, you shouldn't talk that way. He may keep you safe, Mr. President, but he isn't here to necessarily a good name. I call that directing a duty. What do you call it? An honorable try? Just more than you would give, I'd say. Sorry, but that's just how it is.
Hold it!
Aren't you, Mr. Rook, both carrying bulletproof attached cases? Yeah. Open them right to Rook's part of the glacier side. We moved in the covering resistance and using to shoot the president. So the bullet hit Mr. Rook, trapped through a gap in that defensive shield. Do you really believe Mr. Lloyd had that skill of a marked person? Head no. He's aiming for the president. Mr. Lousy shot. So his pure coincidence that Mr. Rook was hit. And the bullet simply happened to find its way past your attached case and through the gap in his vest. Seems crazy to me too. The facts are the facts. With a shot at a million, the shooter hit the bullseye. And the poof was in your hands.
Hold it!
So the second shot had nothing to do with you, huh? Right, so that one was fired by a little friend. Imagine the script you had begged to hit tomorrow. I'm a journalist, you hear? I don't make facts, I report them. Yeah, and a journalist who signed up to be a fake assassin plan helps in giving a story. That's not... Look, I'll admit it. Set the whole thing up. And your role was to aim the pointer at the president. It's not my fault that it wasn't enough for you. You were the one who decided to bring a gun to the party. Who knows? Maybe you thought if you kept on shooting, you could have shut me up too. Mr. Knight suggesting he fired one shot, and Lloyd firing one more. Yeah, basically implying that the tabby also had a gun on her. Beats me where she could have got one from, but hey. His entire testimony is pure conjecture. Can't prove it. You're right. Send him with some cold-hearted, undeniable evidence. Oh, it's this.
Objection!
I'm so stupid. So you contend that it was just you who shot the balloon, and Miss Lewis shot Mr. Rock. Are you sure about that? Sure, I'm sure. Well, that you proposed that we indeed match it with the total number of shots heard. The gunfire trash can itself has also been fired twice. Now, why would the supposed number of shots heard from this gun be different from the number of spent rounds? It's simple. This was planted. It's for the real perpetrator of the crime. Somebody faked the evidence. Yes. Think about it. The reason for doing so is obvious. Ensure the whoever fired the gun would conclude with the shooter in the suspected area. In order to do that, they had to make it seem like both shots had come from this one weapon. I get it. It's just why it's got 2 spent rounds, huh? Precisely. We already proven the bullet that first one came from a different weapon. This makes it entirely possible that the bullet Mr. Rogue didn't come from this gun either. Nice work, Edgeworth. That's some high-grade sleuthing. Why don't you get to the point? You come this far, spit it out. I intend to, don't worry.
Take that!
You, Mr. Knight, you're the one who murdered Mr. Rook. Ooh, finally got to the courage to say it, huh? Surely not. You wouldn't have. It wasn't only the killer who tried to take advantage of this fake murder plot. You came Mr. Rook hoping that he would look like an accidental victim of the bungled assassination. With the president locked away in the safe room, and the airplane tightly closed, it was just you and Mr. Rook, alone, together. And that's when the bullet was fired, right into your colleague's body.
Objection!
Well, you're gonna call him as a third one now. Oh, you said only 2 gunshots are heard. Want to tell me how that works?
Objection!
Airplane cabins are practically soundproof, Mr. Knight. You close the door. Nothing can be heard from outside, not even gunfire. Wasn't the president next door? Very true. Which means he may have heard the shot himself. Mr. President? I didn't hear anything. But you can observe this room through your security feed, can you not? The camera in this room isn't normally on. After Millie switched it on, we'll enter the safe room. That's when you did this down, too, right? Well, that is... What's gone into him? Mr. President, this is vitally important. Please, Mr. President Wang. Fine, I was busy hiding under the bed covering my ears. What? I knew the whole thing wasn't real. Yes, I hate the sound of guns. Just the hint of placing an awful noise and it's just too much. Oof. That's sadder than a pot of overcooked crawfish. Ahem. Mr. Knight, you saw that President Wang was cowering beneath the bed. And what's more, you knew from the monitor bank that the security system hadn't been switched on, which means you knew that the circumstances were perfect. You defied the third shot turned him into a wreck. Knight, how could you? Could you really have betrayed my trust so horribly? Think I killed the whole halfway? You don't trust me much, huh? This is the thing I guess for putting my life on the line for you day to day. I want to believe you, but I don't get it. I just don't get it. What is there to doubt here? But you don't believe that the goal over there could have done it? No. Because this gun isn't the murder weapon. Windows from the number of bullets fired. Yeah, well, how do you know that wasn't a spent bullet from the start? What? Someone could have fired a bullet from that gun yesterday or the day before. Then today, another bullet. The bullet hit Rook. Ask your technical gun, you know. Maybe. Can you prove it's not true? Not with any certainty now. You're nothing without conclusive proof, so come on. Shoot a piece of evidence straight from the heart. Dare you. Well, what are you aiming for? There must be something, isn't there, Edgeworth? I can prove it, Tabby's. Please, Ruffles. I messed up, I know I did. I never should have done what I did, not even for a scoop. For murder? No, that ain't me. Ain't a murderer's bone in my body. Conclusive proof. Only I can prove the Knight's gun is the murder weapon. Wait, perhaps I can. Who's got a bullet that burst a balloon? You have some scrap capability. Imagine. I run frenzy to see if it matched my gun. Get the bullet comes from Rock. No proof, no case. End of conversation. Hold it right there. What now? You're not about to claim you do have proof. Of course I do. This ought to be good. Bring it on. Show me this proof of yours. The bullet killed Mr. Rook is the key to ending this game. You want proof? Well, here. Okay. Not currently in position. Alright then, thanks for playing, folks, but that's game over. However, it is here in this room. What? As we know, the bullet that killed Mr. Rook passed through his body. But where did it end up this journey? As we should catch my attention in an earlier conversation. But now, of course, we know that the so-called assassination attempt was a complete fabrication. The vessel was prepared in advance. They look as if hit by a bullet. I suspect the question, where's the real bullet? I like it, a twist. That's the good stuff, Edgeworth. Come on, then. Don't keep us in suspense.
Take that!
There's something very clearly missing from this room. Yes, the prosecutor of some common sense. Take a look at this bank of security monitors. Oh, see you've caught on, Mr. President. Splendid. There are screens here showing views from all around the airplane, inside and out. The only external angle not covered is the right-hand side of the aircraft, and that's because one of the monitors is missing. There wasn't a monitor in that space previously, wasn't there, Mr. President? There was. I have no idea why Prosecutor is still in there now, though. It appears someone's been attempting to hide what is obviously lacking. But where did they go, and why? The why is easy enough to answer. Because they were struck by a bullet. We believe the bullet in the vest was the real deal. And anything could have hinted at the existence of another bullet that had been removed. So where did the missing monitor go? Where indeed? I believe it must be hidden somewhere on this plane. After all, it wouldn't have been time to dispose of it outside the aircraft. Time to gumshoe, conduct a search you would. Right away, sir. Mr. President, extraterritoriality, remember? I have no objection to the search. Please go ahead. We'll help us discover the truth behind what happened to Rook. I will not send you away. What are you? I don't believe this. Rook this, Rook that. Do you ever think about anybody else? This has been authorized, detective, if you won't mind. Sir, I found the monitor. Excellent work. Go ahead and check the bullets. Let's see. My hand is here. Come on, come on. Got it. Oh, look at that. The blood. This is the bullet that killed Mr. Rook. There's no doubt about it. There you have it, Mr. Knight. The single piece of evidence that you requested, straight from your heart. You must now admit that this bullet didn't come from the Spectator's area gun. Miss Lord could not be Mr. Rook's killer. What? No, but if we come back, if the forensics analyze the bullet rotations and compare them to the gun we found. Yes, sir. For the evidence we need, you can count on it. Alright, let's hear from the forensics to say. Forensics as follows, sir. Firstly, the bullet in the bullet is indeed that of the victim, proving that it was the bullet that killed Mr. Rook. Secondly, we found Mr. Knight's fingerprints on the gun. Probably when I handed all the evidence over to him. Enough from the key part, rotations. Not a match, the misclosed in the clear. Lastly, the rotations on this bullet are matched with this gun. What? No way! Come on! There's no doubt about it, sir. This is the gun that fired the bullet. How? Wasn't that something? Let's prove that I was right. What's the matter? You didn't think you had me back in the corner, did you? Guess you messed with the board. Because the only one back in the corner here is you. There's no denying it. Forensics reports the gun and the bullet are a match. The bullet that killed Rook was fired from a gun you found in the spectator area. So who pulled the trigger? Can't have been me. I was up on stage. This is a little friend. The hack killed Rook. She's a murderer, and you just proved it. Your move, Edgeworth. Remember two things. One, where you found the gun, and two, which gun the fatal bullet came from. If you look at it, I couldn't have been the shooter. Me and the president, we made it the fitting the assassination attempt. Now it's your turn to admit something. Who the killer really is. There's no way Tabby did it, is there? Don't let him get to you, okay? Just let him get Glover's assessments again. Let's make something we forever can do from them. Okay, let's do this, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hold it!
No, that's...
Objection!
What was it you said? Trying to back you up? How does it feel to be shot in the chest by your own conclusive proof, huh? Not so good, I imagine. Bullet in the gun in a match, Richard. The kind of has to mean can't be pulled the trigger, don't know? Even so, something kind of accept that. But still, there's no denying the evidence. There isn't. So what am I missing? If I seem to be to be innocent, then the gun and the bullet shouldn't be a match. What is it, there? I was just thinking, if the evidence points to something that doesn't seem possible, maybe something's wrong with that. You're asking me to call innocent into question. Well, there's no way Tubby did this, right? So the evidence says that she did, and the problem must lie there. Seems very sure about this. Call my Grace intuition. Intuition, huh? Still, she could be right. I simply don't believe Miss Lloyd to be a malicious lie, which means... As someone who believes evidence says everything in court, the answer's not lost on me, but... Okay, it's both.
Hold it! Objection!
Okay, so I gotta hold off now because we're in ad break time. All right, we're back. What are you saying the principles are wrong? Slide. Alright, from the trash can. Let's move the next and move on. Don't fight the fire bullets.
Hold it!
Still can't remember some of the truth, huh? Get it. Isn't your shoes a minute ago? From me on the inside, you know? You might not shoot someone. Sorry, it's not matter. We know who did shoot someone, don't worry.
Hold it!
The proof is that Miss Lloyd fired the gun. What proof? What were the forensics you ordered? They didn't find a prints though, did they? Yeah, the only prints they found were yours, pal.
Objection.
I'm gonna constantly evidence probably. Anyways, it was Miss Journalist. Who was it? Couldn't have been me. The investigation put the shooter in the spectator, didn't it?
Hold it.
Sound like proof at all. Oh yeah? What did you prove? Still trying to make this sound about I fired the first shot? Sure. You proved that and I admit it. But so what? You're forgetting that we only do one thing, only. Got that right, don't cover the truth. Think ruining your country's relationship with Deng Paz to do that. No, your job is to solve an assassination, nothing else. Oh, that's not my job is, thank you very much. You don't get to tell me what to do. Oh, sure, let the trail go cold while you flip your wake over and say what's going on. Or you can finally do the right thing and admit. The girlfriend is guilty. Never. You're the guilty one here, there's no doubt about it. The markings are both consistent with those who left in the trash can. Tamper with the gun somehow. Once Brian hit the comments on form. Ooh, I see now. Really? First on the side. Testimony of Chichuel. That's only can be found.
Hold it. Objection.
The gun. Something. After all, the color of the bullet a while ago. Furthermore, we know which I had it on the hand of the gun. Indeed, he had ample opportunity.
Take that.
Switch them around, that's me it. It's just one, sorry. 5 minutes. You switched the guns, didn't you, Mr. Knight? That's why the markings meant to open in question. It was yours all along. Speaking move there, Edgeworth, and? You must have made the switch and I handled the evidence. While I was busy trying to make the case for your remaining investigation. You took the latest from the gun we found in the trash can, and put it on your own. Then, not long afterwards, you handed that gun back to me. So the one we found. I did, huh? You think I somehow knew you would find little run prices on that bullet sometime in the future? That's so strange. You're a chess player after all. A man well used to thinking several moves ahead. I'm flattered, but as much as pain as admit it, you don't overestimate my abilities. Besides, you have any proof that I made the switch? Gun is the same model as mine. Weird, sure, but it's coincidence. And look, there's a laser sight attached. I'll also take a look at the cylinder. 2 spent bullets. What do we expect to see? So what proof do you have such original guns from mine, huh? None. That's what. See, I'm overestimating your abilities. You surprised me. What I say? I'm a modest guy. I'm more modest than you, that's for sure. Don't respect that chessboard, that is. Well, I don't see a chessboard here, do you? Shame. Still, easy a nice excuse. I didn't mess up. I just didn't have the right evidence. I don't think I'll be making excuses, rather. I didn't mess up. They just got lucky with the evidence. Will be your excuse, I imagine.
Hold it.
Coincidence, you say? Or was it a necessity? Can't be both, pal. Sure it can. We bought our guys to protect the president. And the girl needed to use a gun. She probably doesn't know a whole lot about it. It's not so far-fetched she had to pick something she's unheard of we all happen to use. Okay, but why are involved? Why is that your go-to gun? Probably something to do with its ease of use. No spent casing situation, for example. Exactly. Perfect tool for a job you can't afford to fail, or don't know when you're doing. Still, coincidence, necessity, doesn't make a whole lot of difference either way.
Hold it.
Because you swapped it on there. Put it up or shut up, Edward. Where's your evidence? Right, well, that is... Don't go making excuses you can't back up. Or did your daddy never teach you that? Stands the facts are in my favor here.
Hold it.
I've seen me ask, actually. What about your own weapon? How many spent casings are on that cylinder? This little girl here? Well, no. I little list a few around earlier, that's all. He lives a golden every time he fires that. Nathan I were to tell you how many there were. Tom, you would have to know a way of verifying that. Of course. In order to put guns properly, you have to maintain the right number of... What's your gun? You didn't have any chance to find the yellow means. Alright, I think it's about time you do the right thing and resign, don't you? Game's all done, you see.
Hold it!
Proof it.
Objection!
Something you clearly don't have. If you did, make me move now. Think, Miles, think. Show the possibilities. Got the goods, it's now or never. That's what the proof he switched the guns. Fortunately, we don't have any direct evidence of his wrongdoing. And that's what is proof of the kind. So otherwise, the treaties should and might like they do. Right, sir? Right. Let's carefully consider and for what we can at least evidence we can bring up in testimony. Correct. Exception. I didn't want to click abduction. Fuck. Ask, one weapon, girls here, well now. Plus a few hundred earlier as well. He reloads his gun every time he fires it. Of course. He has to maintain the bullets. He'll present his own gun. Because if it's your gun, you swap it out a lot. I have you proof. Right here. That's your proof. I think you've been working too hard, Edgeworth. Not the gun itself, the evidence it carries. Evidence that will prove that once and for all, that it doesn't affect belong to you. Looking forward to this. Go ahead, make your move. What's about to come into play? The rook? The bishop? Not a pawn, surely. I'm still going for the vice form of. fingerprints. Namely your fingerprints, Mr. Knight.
Objection!
My prints? Ha! Where's my Mr. Knight? You handed me right, you gave us the evidence. I can't be on them.
Objection!
What if I told you there are prints on a part of the gun that you shouldn't have touched at any point? What? Where? You can't prove that. Oh, but I can. There's a place where your fingerprints could never have been left if things have you say. Let me to present the final piece of evidence. That will bring our game to a frightful conclusion. Here, look at closely at the cylinder, detective. 2 bullets fired, but where are the prints we are looking for, sir? You didn't switch the guns when I handed you the evidence. But if that were all you had done, your deception would have easily been detected, because the number of bullets fired by each gun was different. There were 2 plasma globes in the round we found. Yeah, what about Mr. Knight's gun? We know that he fired 2 bullets from the stage in the balloon, and he fired another bullet into Mr. Rook, ending his life. So 3 bullets in total, plus a few on ones he let loose and shot during a little game. After each shot, he reloaded his gun out of habit. With his bare hands, of course. Yeah. Officer, where exactly are Mr. Knight's fingerprints unfound? The ones you mentioned in your report. Sir, they were found on the exterior of the weapon, but also on the bullets themselves. I'm not sure they could have gotten there just from me handing you the evidence, Mr. Knight. And there we have it. Proof that you did indeed switch the guns. This gun, the one which fired the bullet that killed Mr. Rook, is yours. And taking his life, you were the true assassin. I didn't. Checkmate. No! Hey, what are those doing here? I saw those pieces of evidence. They don't belong here. I was going to be the new chief of security. That blessed Rook hadn't been for him. I'd have been in charge now. I'd have been in charge of the whole team. My plan was perfect. The fake assassination was supposed to be my flawless. Detective Gumshoe. Right away, sir. Curse you, Edgeworth. Our game isn't over yet. I'm afraid this is as far as we go for today. The next moves we play will be in the courtroom. But it's not fair. It's not fair. Oh, look at him. He's up off it again. Mr. Edgeworth, I owe you a great gratitude. You exposed a murder within the ranks of my own personal guard. I'll not soon forget that. He's suddenly very presidential again now that we're back outside the plane. I saw it, you know, when I first proposed the fake assassination to him. You won't be able to handle it, not Rook. Rook refused. I can rely on you, can't I? Of course, sir. You can count on me. Put together a plan that can't possibly fail. And he'll pay his part like the pony is. The hatred in his eyes plain to see. Despite poor Rook. I was not entirely comfortable about moving forward the night in charge of the little deception. Looking back, I think he sensed my discomfort. Can't help but thinking I played a part in the decision to end Rook's life. Mr. President, this would have happened if you hadn't thought of fixing it 7 minutes on your own life. That is your crime. It is a crime you had to live with. You are right. I only apologize for that part I played. And I will no doubt be made to pay for it my actions in one way or another. But I thank you nonetheless. You solved the riddle of Rook's demise, and for that I shall be eternally grateful. I shall be here in your country for a little while longer yet. When I return home, perhaps you should visit us as Zhang. You will always be welcome. Oh, thank you. You don't know how grateful I am. Although it ends well. Miss Lloyd, the accusation of murder made against you is of course entirely groundless. But the fact remains that you were a willing participant in the state assassination attempt. Please will not always to speak to you about the matter. You should be aware that you may well be punished for your actions. I know, and I'm awfully sorry about everything, truly I am. I understand your desire for a scoop, but there are no limits. For sure are. That got me some serious thinking to do. You did it, Edgeworth. That was something else. Local prosecutor solves the assassination conundrum. Earned eternal gratitude of president. How's that for a headline? Hey, that's my department. It's prosecutor. How does it feel to solve such an important case? Let's be over the moon. You certainly didn't say that for long. No comment. Hang, you're one tight-lipped son of a gun. As long as I should be. This case is not over yet. It isn't? How come, sir? Because until we unravel the story behind this, the case will never be completely over.
Take that!
The killer's calling card. The mistress of the killer is yet to complete its assignment. You mean he might still try to murder the president? Hope I'm wrong. But if I'm not, this can all blow to be sinister. Something more sinister yet. Someone would expect the attempted assassination of the president. The case was all over the news. Provisions from Mr. Knight's trial were constantly interrupted by press from the press. There wasn't a person in the land who didn't know about the case. Everyone was talking about it. And while in the midst of the frenzy that followed, nobody noticed that this was only the first move in a game far bigger than any of us could have imagined. Ugh, that was longer than I anticipated. But hey, we did it. And now I will end stream. I have to eat, shower, the works. I also have to get ready for another stream. I will not be. No, I will be. I will be streaming Peak with Devo Sensei and others. I will do not know how I'll end up doing it because I know my computer doesn't like Peak, but we'll find a way. In that case, I will see you all later, maybe. So with that, I bid you all adieu. Ta-ta.